hit the live on TikTok. They was gonna be like, bro, where you at? Like, I thought I was live already. I have to find a way to pin this though. I wanna pin it so it sticks just like this. I'll figure it out. Still getting my wardrobe life together. Greetings. I didn't look at it yet, Antonio, but I will. Greetings, everyone. I don't know what it is. I'm so nervous today. It's one of them subjects, bro. We gonna go deep. We gonna dig deep, dig deep. Why would I call you? Send me a message on Instagram if you sell the wraps. Call you though. It says about janky undergarments. That's what the meme was. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll probably laugh at that. Yeah, send me a message on my Instagram and we'll talk about it if you got the wraps for sale. Said I called you 10 times. Why would you call me 10 times? That's dangerous. Don't call me 10 times. You'll learn real quick. I'm not the one to call. Because I'm not the one to answer the phone. But I got you though. I'll text you. How's everybody doing today? Say, ooh, fingers crossed I make it through. Yeah, I just started. I just got on. I just got on. We haven't even started yet. I'm just waiting on more people to get in here. We want everybody to get settled and get adjusted, and then we can go right in. Today is going to be one of those. It's gonna be heavy, and y'all know I ain't never nervous, but I'm definitely nervous to talk about this because a lot of people try to ignore this all while seeking information on it. But you all are ready, and that's why we're talking about it today. I'll let y'all pick. I hope your child is okay. Yeah, we going in. Thank you for those who came in and double tapped the screen already. Instagram, what's happening? Let's work. Let's work. We're getting ready to get to work in a moment. Everybody take some deep breaths. Get your pen and pencil and your sheet of paper. We're getting ready to go in. For those that are new here, this is a ritual, and it's a donation-based ritual. And when the time comes, I will ask you to send those donations. Just try not to send them before I get to that point. Okay? Like, there's so much to be talked about in this moment in time, and I'm gonna try to cover as much as I can in this time. It's my first time catching you. Ooh-wee. Welcome. Welcome. We about to go deep. We about to go deep. Said lost you for TikTok be hiding me, bro. Like, TikTok be hiding me. It is what it is at this point. All I can do is keep building the brand and keep going for the best. Not hoping, but going for the best. Welcome everybody to day 4. Welcome everybody to day 4 of the 52 days of ritual. Day 4. We got so many days left, it's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous, but welcome to day 4. Today's ritual / class / lecture / activation / cleansing / cord cutting is on generational curses. We're gonna said been here all 4 days. Thank you. Thank you for those that have been here all 4 days. That means the world to me. Because we got 52 days of this. Can y'all believe it? I'm really doing it though. I'm really doing this. Like I don't allow myself to be limited. I don't allow myself to be limited. So I'm going to go hard. And I hope that you all get inspired to go harder with your brands and what it is you're offering. Cause I'm on something different when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? Said I'm proud of you as well. Thank you. Said I'm feel great today. Stayed up all night doing my business. Good. Cause this one's gonna be a bit heavy. But we're gonna go in, we're gonna cleanse it, we're gonna perform the ritual, and then we're gonna climb up out of it. I ran the furthest ever today. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. New levels, new levels. We're operating on new levels. I'm not the type of healer that's gonna leave y'all hanging or give y'all a cliffhanger. You know, get on here for 10 minutes and talk about generational trauma and then be out. This is a ritual. It is a donation-based ritual. I don't want nobody in here to be confused. It is a donation-based ritual. Okay? And if you don't have a donation to send today for this ritual, I still want you to be a part of this, so don't you go nowhere. Said, do you ever go back down levels? Nope. Unless somebody needs me to, like during a session, that's it. Other than that, no. There's no need to though. We built on this. Now we're getting to the meat of it. We're getting to the strong stuff. The oh my God. We're getting to the very core of things. And this is only day 4 of the 52 days of ritual. Oh, tell your daughter I said thank you. I think I found my new color. Like it's usually red, but me and yellow, we kind of go together. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of go together. Thank you. I'm gonna start wearing it more. I'm gonna get me some custom stuff with it. I like it. It makes me smile. It makes me smile. For those confused about how this ritual is performed today, I am more than just a teacher or somebody who writes mantras. I am an activator, a dimensional shaman. I perform dimensional shamanism. And what we're doing right now, we're going to be doing some quantum healing, especially with the past and the generations from the past that have not purposely, but bred you with the curses that they were carrying. And we're going to cover those curses. And I'm not just talking about it, because if you have an eye to see and an ear to hear, we're going to be severing the cords while I'm talking about it. This isn't your typical ritual. This isn't your typical candle lighting. I'm not your typical shaman. Nope, I just started. You ain't missed nothing yet. I'm not your typical shaman. I'm not your typical hoodoo practitioner. You know what I'm saying? I do things different. One day I learned that me talking to people was actually an activation of energy. And so I started treating my brand as such. Started letting people know what they were really in for when they came in to listen. You know what I'm saying? You coming in here and listening, we're breaking these strongholds. This is more than just a ritual. It's like a class, and it's a cord cutting. It's a severing with the past. And you know what I'm saying? I'm able to answer some questions, not all, okay? I'm not able to answer all questions, so don't be angry with me. Thank you. Please don't be angry with me if I don't answer your question. These are donation-based rituals. Now, if I charged y'all $100 a head for this ritual, then I'd probably have to answer all the questions like, hey, yo, I sent you $100 for this. Today's donation will be based off of the faith you have in the severing of the cords with the generational curses you're dealing with. So when I tell y'all for time to send in your donation for this ritual, that's what that faith is based on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to base it on that, because we really finna go in on this subject. We really finna go in on this subject. because I need y'all to understand that you do not. And yes, we've already started. For those of you like, have we started? That's because you're used to seeing candles lit. Don't worry. A few of these days during this 52 days of ritual, y'all gonna see a full-blown physical ritual where I'm lighting candles and the whole nine, the smoke and the sigil and you know what I'm saying? But during these, I have incantations written. Y'all know Ching Ching Chingles, the money tree? That was an incantation. I have an incantation written just for this. Thank you. Y'all really like this yellow, huh? I'm gonna be yellowed out. I'm gonna look like a mean banana. I'm telling you. But yeah, I wrote one specifically for this one. You know what I'm saying? It's longer than the others. It's longer than usual, like way longer than usual. But Spirit wouldn't let me stop until I wrote out everything that needed to be written out on it. And I'll play it when we actually get to the physical ritual portions. There is work for you to do on your end for those that are new here. You know what I'm saying? If you're new here, there's going to be work. There's going to be a sheet of paper I'm going to have you writing on and writing things down on. You're going to perform the ritual yourself under my instruction and activation. Because by the end of this 52 days of ritual, you're going to be a whole different type of spiritual being. You're going to be the type of being that can handle the push and the pulls of life and the pitfalls and the things that make you feel awkward. And when you feel somebody coming against you energetically, you'll be able to handle yourself. By the end of this 52 days, you're going to damn near be a pro at the mastery of you. Strong, vibrant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. So what is a generational curse? A generational curse, to explain it simply before I go deeper into detail. A generational curse is something that you carry around with you that doesn't belong to you. A generational curse is something that came from either your parents or your parents' parents or your parents' 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 parents, parents' parents' parents, and it covers love curses, financial curses, disease. You know what I'm saying? Emotional trauma, anxiety, depression, all of these things can come from your past. Your attitude problems, your bad spending habits, all of these things can come from your family. The pitfalls that you deal with financially, where the money's always falling through your hand. It seems like you can never hold on to it. It seems like no matter what you do for your health, it don't improve. I don't care how alkaline you've been. It ain't been helping you. None of that kind of stuff. It's because you carry it generationally through your DNA. So what we're doing in this ritual is quantumly removing it, but we have to talk about it first to bring it to the surface, and then we can remove it. So I want everybody to understand that you're safe here. Maybe towards the end of the 52 days I'll do this one again, but I need everyone that's in here to know that you're safe. This is a judgment-free zone. There's no such thing as a stupid question to me unless you're trying to purposely ask a stupid question, and then I'm gonna ask you to excuse yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you to excuse yourself because you know the difference in actually needing advice versus asking something to test me. Don't test me. There's other practitioners that like to be tested. Go test them. We've been at this already 3 days in a row. This is day number 4, breaking generational curses. And I had to switch up the order of things because I know tomorrow's ritual is the self-love ritual, but then after that is the 11th. And so I want to release the portal code. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do the portal ritual on the 11th. You know what I'm saying? Said, did you update your laptop? Yeah, but they didn't give me back my TikTok live studio. But it's okay, I don't need it. I can still do it this way. They ain't really stopping nothing. I just gotta keep working. Gotta keep working. But yes, a lot of you are carrying around your generational curses and you're wearing them like badges of honor. You know what I'm saying? There's this stigma in the spiritual community where everybody and their mama thinks, oh, well, I'm the one that's going to break all the curses in my family. And that's the biggest lie you've ever told yourself. And the reason that I'm saying that to you before you get offended, because I say it with love, I'm just saying it firm. Before you get offended about what I just said, I need you to understand, when you say you're the one in your family who's going to break all of the generational curses in your family, that means you share the burden of the people not willing to break the curses. It's not just the ones that are on you. It's the ones that are on your siblings, on your cousins, on your aunties, on your uncles, and you know you're that one in the family who had awakened and moving forward with your life and doing the things that you're supposed to do for yourself and growing and healing. You know, the whole nine. You're doing the best you can with yourself, but you're trying to take on more burdens than you're supposed to handle. The majority of the generational curses you're carrying don't belong to you. You want to be the chosen one in your family, and so what you're saying is, I can handle it all. You need to stop that conversation immediately. Just because you're strong, just because you have ability, just because you're chosen, air quotes, just because you're chosen, just because you call yourself the black sheep doesn't mean everyone's burdens belong to you. It doesn't mean the burdens belong to you. This is something, and I know during these 52 days of ritual, I'm going to piss some spiritualists off because it's how they teach. You know what I'm saying? They come at y'all and they tell you, oh, it's your job to break all the curses in your family. No, it's your job to make the curses stop at you. You know what I'm saying? It's not your job to break every curse in your family. That has you looking for things that ain't even your business. That has you taking on things or carrying things that don't even belong to you. That has you bringing things into your life that you're not even ready to deal with. And what's happening to you is every time you move forward or a couple steps forward, something from your past, which would be your family in this time, in this moment, and during this ritual, which would be your family. I love you too, bro. I love you too. Which would be a family. You're going backwards trying to pull everybody else out of their mess because you feel like it's your job. My ancestors appointed me to break all of these curses off the family. They could have done that themselves. Nobody is supposed to leave a workload behind for someone who did not deserve it. I don't care what these spiritualists are talking about. I don't care what they jaw-jacking about. Oh, my ancestors' burdens, I have to take those on. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's the biggest lie ever told. It's the biggest lie ever sold. Y'all need to stop saying that. My ancestors chose me to break all these curses. You want to feel important to your bloodline, but the reason you're important to your bloodline is not the reason you're existing under. The reason you're important to your bloodline is because out of your whole bloodline, you will be the first sovereign soul, the first curseless soul. You can recognize a generational curse by your patterns. Let's talk about the patterns real quick. Let's talk it, because you said, how can you recognize a generational curse? Most of the time, your family members will speak on the curses in your family. They just don't call it that. You know how somebody be like, ooh, you just like your daddy. Ooh, you just like your mama. Let's say you got a drinking habit. Habits, addictions are generational curses. Oh yeah, you drink like your grandfather. Dare I say actual, I gotta watch how I say things on live so I don't get my live blocked. Actual deviance is a generational curse. Your mama, your auntie, your great grandma was nasty, but they say it in an entertainment type of way in your family. And I need you to know, and I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I need you to listen. Every curse has a spirit attached to it. Every curse has a spirit attached to it. That's why everybody's so familiar with your habits and they're so accepting of who you are and the behaviors you know you're trying to change. Oh, well, your father was just like that, so I don't expect you to be any different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, your mom used to do that, so I don't expect you to be any different. Even gifts are generational curses. Because what if everybody in your family is a singer and you can sing too, but you don't want to sing? You don't have to. It's your life, your choice, your life, your decisions. Everyone that came before you had a decision. Everyone that came before you had a choice to live the life the way they wanted to live. And now that you're here, especially for the spiritualists in the building, now that you're here in this world and in this dimension, walking around, living your best life, now everybody that came before you, including your elders that are still alive, want you to live the life that they built for you. Like, oh, well, you're going to have to do this because this is all this family is known for. I remember, I'll give you a story. I remember I went to my father. I was really excited. When I first started practicing hoodoo like strong, because I had always done it, I just didn't know what it was called. When I first started practicing hoodoo strong, I said, Pops, I said, you'll be proud, man. He was like, why? I was like, man, I broke the curse off the family. And he was like, why would you do that? Somebody's just gonna put it back on us again. First of all, I knew there were curses because of patterns. The patterns in your life are showing you the curses. If you can't keep a house, it's not because somebody in your family or somebody in your life is throwing curses at you. It's a pattern that's set in the DNA of your family. If you can't keep money, it's probably more of a generational curse than it is somebody in this world right now throwing curses at you. The problem is most families don't communicate about what's important. They only communicate about the things they want to control you with. They don't communicate about the things that they've gone through so you can recognize the pattern. You just got to go through it 20 times before you recognize, hey, this is a pattern. And a lot of y'all say to yourself, well, what's wrong with me? Maybe I need to do a little bit more shadow work. You know, it ain't easy breaking these generational curses. The only reason the curse has power over your life is because you're choosing to stand up with it. You want to be recognized by beings who pass their burdens on to you. I don't want to be recognized by people who give me more trouble. There are things that you do need to heal for yourself, but you need to recognize the difference of when it's you and when it's generational. When it's generational, it seems like there's nothing you can do, because a curse is not only empowered by the person trying to break it, it's empowered by the people who refuse to break it off of themselves. That's why I said your family will make excuses for you when you decide to change. Like most of y'all decide to change the diet because diabetes runs in your family, cancer runs in your family. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things run in your family, and I know the herbalist gonna be like, it don't run in the family. Like it don't run in the family. You just got to change your diet. That's exactly how I know it runs in the family. We're talking spiritually. How you were fed is how they were fed. It runs in the family. Certain sicknesses run in the family. You know you're dealing with the generational curse if your grandmother had cancer and your mother had cancer and you're walking around fearing whether you'll have it or not. What you're trying to do is examine whether that curse exists with you. You're trying to examine. And so you're so powerful in your power right now that you start to show signs of that. You start to feel more sick. You start to feel unwell. You start to feel like, man, your health is diminishing because you're trying to hold on to a curse that doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to you. It's supposed to stop with you, not stop in you and live in you and grow in you and thrive in you and place and make you deal with the bulk of the woes of the people that came before you. That's not living life. Because let me ask you this question, and I know this question probably gonna have some people get emotional, but if you're breaking every generational curse that comes from the people that came before you, are you living your life? Come on, somebody. No. If you're breaking every curse that came before you, you are not living your life. You're living their life. Let me run through this list of generational curses again. Finances can be a generational curse. Health or health issues can be a generational curse. Exactly. You are not choosing you, you're choosing curses. Love or love problems, relationship problems. I love you too. Relationship problems can be a curse. Most of you know you have a love curse in your family. You just don't know how to deal with it. So you couple up with the people in your family. And what I mean by couple up, I mean y'all come together in an understanding of said curse and act like there's nothing you can do about it. You said having a lot of kids can be a generational curse, especially if you produce a lot of children and cannot take care of them. Plus, you can't control the urges to enter the course. Remember, I told you a generational curse can be a sexual spirit too. Spirits go through bloodlines. Now that your elders have crossed over, it has to come to you. And you are fighting it. Your other family members are bending to it. My question to you is, if you're dealing with, if you're the one in your family, since y'all like to say this, if you're the one in your family that's supposed to break all these curses, do you know yourself? Or do you only know the version of you that has to shoulder the burdens of people who came before you? I understand that there's certain things in your life. You want to liberate your family. You want to be the first one in your family to be wealthy and be financially free and be the healthiest member that's ever been in your bloodline. I understand these things, but that doesn't mean you're breaking generational curses. You're changing. You're stepping outside of the bloodline's tactics to heal itself of things that don't belong to you. You're stepping out. It's a tactic. It's a tactic. I ain't never heard none of my ancestors come to me and tell me I gotta do it. You gotta break. I ain't gotta do nothing. Because if I have to live my life solving problems that don't belong to me, I've never actually started living my own life. I've never actually lived a day for me because I'm living to get through things that you should have solved on your own. Not only that, there's this stigma in the spiritual community that says, oh, you're the one that's going to break all the curses in your family, as if being in the spirit realm means you're done working. Why do we feed our ancestors if they're not still alive? They're still alive on the other side. They still got work to do. They still got things to heal. So their traumas don't belong to you. The only problem is a curse doesn't follow you to the other side if the curse was born here. So that spirit is literally holding on to your last name. And I know a lot of people in here like, well, what's in the last name? I could tell you about who you are based on your last name. It's so many spirits just resting in bloodlines, and people have learned to live with it because they call it a personality type. My last name is Reed. My last name is Reed. I don't know one Reed in this world who ain't crazy. And I do mean crazy. And I mean out of pocket crazy. Don't talk to nobody, because if they talk to somebody, you're gonna be in a straitjacket in a crazy house. And the first thing I ever said to myself was, well, why are all the Reeds deemed crazy? What is it? It has to be a spirit. And so I went to work. Reed, R-E-E-D. I went to work on the curses, and I'm thinking to myself, man, like I'm really doing a great job. I was being attacked on the regular, because anytime you recognize a curse for what it is, the spirit gets angry. Does it get better if we change our last names? Nope, because you're still connected to the people that hold the curse. You ever had somebody gripe about being family? Like, I mean gripe. Said I dated a Reed. I bet you it was beautiful and then it got ugly real fast. You ever had somebody gripe with you about being family? Like you're graduating from that old family template and you're growing in your life, you're elevating in your life, and the next thing you know, your family seems to pop up. Oh, don't forget about us. We're family, remember? We're family, remember? Like, don't forget about us. You can't do this. That's just not something we do. Who is we? And when did we start speaking French? They don't want to let you go because they understand that once you move away from them, it's a lot easier to break the curse over your own life. The spirit is only trying to uphold the contract of the curse. It's not necessarily after you because you something special and something powerful. You know what I'm saying? It's after you because it's just doing its job. Your family can become your enemies real quick when you decide that you no longer want to be like your family. You said, how can you find out? I'm telling you, you recognize it in your pattern right now. You could have the spirit of poverty in your family right now. Well, how do I know if I have the spirit of poverty in my family right now? Because can't none of y'all get out the mud. None of you. You moved to a whole different state, a whole different country, a whole different city, and you're still doing the same things you did when you lived with and or close to your family. You got the spirit of poverty, and it's on your bloodline. Miscarriages are a generational curse. I know a lot of herbalists gonna get on here and be like, no, well, if you take the herbs, you can get, no, it's soul first, homie. It's soul first, homie. It don't matter how healthy you are. When a woman's womb is cursed to not bring life forth, even the things she speaks over herself, even as far as affirmations, mantras, and spells and good things to say to herself, they die in her womb. Now tell me when I'm capped. There's no life in her womb because that life force is cut off because of the curse. So before you beat yourself up, ladies, because I feel like I need to touch on this. But if those who are just getting here, welcome to day 4 of the 52 days of ritual. We're performing rituals. I'm teaching, coaching, channeling the whole nine and breaking barriers down. What about if you were adopted? Hold on, let me answer that real quick before I say this. I deal with 2 sets of families. Your spirit might be split. I want you to ask yourself this question. Who am I outside of both sides of the family? Because if you're adopted, your bloodline is still relevant inside of you, but the bloodline you had to be injected into is relevant outside of you. Inside, outside. And you could be at war with who you were supposed to be, had your parents done what they were supposed to do and raise you, and who you were told to be because you were rescued by another family. But for the women in here that are barren, I need you to understand, before you start saying the words, I can't have children, make sure you recognize whether you have a curse in your family or not. And again, the one way you know you have it's the same thing go for men too. Let me not exclude y'all, because if your testes ain't, if your swimmers ain't swimming and you know you healthy and you know you are right, but you can't seem to get a woman pregnant, I need you to start looking at your bloodline and seeing how many people in your family had a miscarriage or were infertile. Because if the pattern is there, it is not the diet, it's the spirit. If you have opportunity after opportunity fall through, and before you say your life is ruined, I need you to look at your family and see how many people's opportunity is falling through. I'll give you an example because I'm transparent with mine. I do not care. Look, I knew my family had a poverty curse on us because there was nothing I could do to get ahead. And I mean, I did everything under the sun. I'm talking about even the most illegal things. And God kept giving me chances after chances after chances. I'm sitting on a mailbox, no, a power box. I'm slanging it. You feel me? You know what I'm slanging. I'm slanging it. I'm sitting on a power box. Undercover cops got out of the car, jumped out of a van in Hawaiian shirts and khaki shorts with badges and guns, and they ran past me on the power box, and I said, there's favor on my life. I have a chance to break away from the curse of having to hustle to get nowhere. If money always falls through in your family, you're probably dealing with a generational curse. And if the curse is bad enough, all of your family lives close to one another. If it's bad enough, not even bad, if it's strong enough. All of your family lives really close to one another. If it's strong enough, y'all can't get away from one another, because the further away you are from them, like I said, the easier it is to break the curse. But if the spirit is split amongst many, when you leave the nest of your family or your bloodline or your family tree, when you leave that nest, that spirit is portioned amongst those that are left over. You think I'm tripping? If you think I'm crazy, just please listen. I'll give you another example. Bad luck is in my family. I ain't even believe in luck. But my youngest brother got it the worst. And when I finally got away from my family and I had moved to Mexico for 6 months, he's really great with music. And I was trying to bless him with some studio stuff so he can record. Why? When I ordered his stuff on Amazon, and I'm an Amazon shopper, like more than most of you, I'm an Amazon shopper. I bought him a microphone. I bought him the headphones and some speakers. Why? when I tried to ship it, after ordering it, you put the shipping address and all that good stuff in, right? Well, when I tried to ship it to him, not only did they freeze my Amazon account, they froze my bank account. Remember how I said financial curses? You think it's a game, huh? The same little brother took my dad's debit card to the ATM machine to get cash out to pay the landlord the rent. He went to the ATM machine, and the ATM machine ate the debit card. Ate it. We use that same ATM machine all the time. After it ate his card, I was able to go back the next day and use my card. It's working just fine. Ate it. The reason why I'm telling you this is because you can recognize a generational curse versus a curse that's being placed on you by somebody else by reflecting on your family. And this is why I said this is going to be a heavy one. It's going to be tough. We're going to get away. We're going to get to the breakaway part. That's a part of the ritual. That's why I'm doing this today for y'all. That's a part of the ritual we about to perform shortly. Don't even trip. Because the incantation I wrote for this, strong. I was listening to it and I started giggling. I need y'all to be transparent with yourself. Like I said, very high sex drive, like you always own. If you look back over your family, there are people in your family just like you. That's a generational sex spirit, right? If you're a man or a woman and you're abusive, if you look back over your family, it's not a learned behavior. It's embedded in your DNA to react violently at the slightest of things. I need you to be transparent with yourself. You ain't got to be transparent with me. You ain't even got to be honest with me. I want you to know you're safe here. I just want to help you break this off of you. But you can't break it off if you're lying. You cannot break it off if you're lying. I come from a long bloodline of pimps. Why do you think I couldn't keep a relationship? Because in my heart, in my physical, I'm faithful. I ain't looking nowhere. I don't see nothing but you. But in my heart see everything. My heart like, ooh wee. And I'm telling my heart, no, we gonna be faithful. My heart like, nah, screw that. We can do what we want to because ain't no B gonna tell me what to do. And I'm like, we don't even talk like that. Who is talking? Know thyself is very powerful when it comes to generational curses because you can't recognize whether it's a curse or not if you're pretending to be it. I knew I was a lover, not a manipulator. So why would I feel this way? Why would I think this way about women? It's not me. Something is trying to think for me. And when I correct the thinking, my life started going to shit. And I'm thinking to myself, well, like, what do I do? The spirits be so strong with the curses. Because I'm telling you, a curse is not just this invisible thing floating around messing with your life. I promise you, I'm giving y'all gems. Ain't nobody gonna tell you. I love you too, Day. Spirits are in control of the contracts of curses. A curse is a contract. If I say I wish you nothing but bad luck, there's a spirit that governs the contract of wishing you bad luck, which means you might leave the house and drop your keys by your front door. Somebody might pick it up, open your front door, rob your crib. You know what I'm saying? Addiction runs heavy in my family amongst so many other things. If addiction runs heavy in your family, the curse is on the mind. If infertility, miscarriages, and child abandonment run in your family, the curse is on the womb. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on where it is. How you deal with it is defined by once you recognize what it is. Good evening. Welcome to the 52 Days of Ritual. It's defined by what it is or where it is first, and then you can define where it's coming from. The married name you take on carries a spirit too. See, a lot of people in the world think that, like, especially y'all see these podcasts And we're trying to tell, not weird, because I don't even have a podcast, but a lot of people are trying to tell women how to properly carry themselves, and y'all yelling, my body, my choice, and I do what I want to. But when it's coming from a spiritualist, it's not coming from ego. I'm trying to help you understand that everything that you connect to, you incubate in your womb. So no wonder why when you got with your man, it felt like his life improved, but yours got worse. You took his curses, incubated it in your womb, and kept feeding it. You said, how about incest, rape, and physical abuse, alcohol, and drug abuse is in my family? It's in my family too. It's a spirit, I promise you. It's a spirit. Many spirits, depending on if that's what's going on in your... It's happening so much. We cannot break away from it because we feel like we have to rescue them too. After we rescue ourselves, healing is a choice. Let me be clear on that. Healing is a choice. And when you move away from your family and all that drama, because it's drama. It's drama. When you move away from your family and all that drama, you'll find out whether you really that one or not. Because a lot of people feel like that's some badge of honor. Yeah, I'm the chosen one in the family. That don't feel good. Because if you're the chosen one in your family, you're dependent upon by family members who don't even contact with you. They're not even in contact with you, excuse me. And then when you move away from them, they question you of why you moved. They still need your help. Every time there's an emergency, you ain't even near them no more, and they still call you. Be careful what you're talking about. Be careful what you're saying. Be careful what you're letting these spiritualists impart into your consciousness. Telling you that you're chosen made you feel special until you found out being chosen means that you're the brightest light, which means you're the most seen. If you're the brightest and everybody in your family exists in darkness, who do you think they're going to run to? If you've broken the curse of poverty from your family, which is not easy to break, if you've broken that curse and you're financially doing well now, everybody in your family still rocking that curse is going to start begging you for things. Tell me when I'm capped. The fact that you even moved away made them think that you broke the curse already. You ain't even got a lot of money where you at now, and they still calling you, let me borrow $20. Let me hold $100 to the first. You know what I'm saying? To the first. Hey, can you help me out with this? Like, man, come on now. I done went through hell just to see a tit of heaven. The financial curse is one of the biggest ones because it didn't happen because of our family. It happened because of what was happening to our family. Circumstance did it, but nobody ever addressed the consciousness of poverty in the family. And so you woke up one day and decided you wanted to be different. You woke up one day and decided, you know what? I'm done with this struggle life, this struggle mindset. I'm gonna go do something new, and your family hates you for it. You can feel the hate. I know you in denial. You in denial. You like, they don't hate me. They love me. Of course they love you, but love and hate can exist in a soul that's split. And it's split. They're split. There's a side of them that hungers to be abundant. And then there's a side of them that bends towards or submits to the struggle. Said, my mom lives with me and my boyfriend and it's causing so many issues. Make sure that examine your mother. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer. I'm just asking you so you can ask yourself and answer for yourself. Is your mom trying to continue the living of her life because her parents lived through her? So she's trying to live through you, you know, you and your relationship and her not relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to that. Said, does changing my name change the curse? No, because you still come from that womb. You still come from that womb. You're connected to your mother forever through her womb. First, you have to exist on a level of authority that says these curses don't belong to me. And this is a ritual, by the way, for those that's just getting in here. So we're going to definitely do the curse breaker while we're in here, the generational curse breaker. We're going to go there. But before we go there, I got to talk about it. I got to teach about it so I can let y'all know that y'all deserve to be free from it. So you can stop feeling guilty for wanting to move away from the very people that are burdening your life. It's okay. But when you feel guilty about the fact that you must leave that nest, what you're really saying is, I'm going to hold myself down. And the very people that love seeing you down and out and used and abused, they're not going to complain. They're going to celebrate it. You say, yes, thank you. How much? These 52 days of rituals are donation based. So whatever this is worth to you is what you send as a donation when I ask for it, okay? I ain't asking for it just yet because I'm not done. Yeah, I'm going to do this again probably one more time during the 52 days of ritual. Because there's layers to this. Today we're going to break the strongest layers though. Because once we recognize a curse for what it is, we can change our behavior. If you can't send a donation for this ritual, I still want you to be a part of it. Don't go nowhere. Y'all must be new here. If you're new here, you're safe. You're good. You're good. I'm not going to be like, if you can't afford it, get out of here. If it was like that, I should have just said that at the beginning. I should have just said that at the beginning. If it was like that, it ain't like that. We're on day 4. Day 4 to 52 days of ritual. I want you to stay, so please stay. Just because you don't have no money doesn't mean you don't deserve to break the curses on your life. When we recognize, I would advise you to stay in the live for the ritual. I would advise you because it's a whole incantation that goes along with it. But when or I can try to figure out another way to send it to you. You know you got my personal number, so we'll talk about it later, okay? But when you start recognizing what's a curse and what's not a curse, you can change your behaviors, or what curse belongs to the generations before you and what curse belongs to somebody who dislikes you in your life. You know what I'm saying? Versus the ones you put on yourself. When you start recognizing the differences, your behaviors can change. How you eat is a generational curse. Not what you eat, how you eat. How you eat, how much you eat is a generational curse. If you decided to wake up and be alkaline today and your family call you weird, guaranteed the diet is the generational curse. If you woke up today and decided that you don't want to eat a whole rotisserie chicken anymore and your family like, oh, you acting different, it's a generational curse. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If everybody in your family is a thug and you the one in your family that don't want to be a thug, I'm the one in my whole family is full of Crips. I took a different route, which is why I have no bond with a lot of my siblings and family members. I can't see myself living that way. Said my appetite leaving, I'm under stress. Maybe the spirit inside of you is under stress. I told y'all, if y'all stick with me during this 52 days of ritual, I should call it the 52 days of hoodoo. You're going to be a different spiritualist by the time this is over, I promise you. I need you to change the way you view how you're feeling right now. Because if you know that you want to be better, then whatever you're feeling right now must not be you. But if you're submitting to that feeling, it might just be you. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like you don't have an appetite and because you're so tired and you're so stressed out and you've been calling out for change, you've been praying, you've been screaming and shouting and hollering and ain't nothing changing, you're battling a spirit. And once you address it for what it is, it will show its face. And when it show its face, you want to punch it right in the face. And I do mean right in the face. You're going to see it. You're going to dream about it. Some of you have dreams of family members harming you. You have dreams about family members stabbing you in the back. Is it true physically? Or is it the spirit trying to annoy you because you're recognizing where you deserve to grow? Anyone with night terrors as a family curse. And you know night terrors are governed by a spirit, right? Night terrors start in the hypnagogic state. What's the hypnagogic state? The in-between. You're in between sleep and awake. If a spirit catches you slipping in between those two different states of consciousness, in between sleep and awake, all they got to do is touch you. The first response is fear. My first response is I'm awake. I'm awake because you touch me longer than 10 seconds, we throwing hands. Do we just put our name in the Cash App? No, I'll give you the details when we get there in a moment. Please be patient. Don't be in a hurry. Catch this information, because until you recognize what the generational curse is, it cannot be broken. You can run away as far as you want to. My family was doing so bad in our curses that we lived in a cluster. Okay? I call it cluster consciousness. We lived in a cluster. I could literally walk outside my pop's apartment and throw a rock and hit my aunt's apartment. It would ricochet off her front door and hit my cousin's apartment. You're okay. No need to apologize. You're good. I'm just explaining. Alcoholism, definitely a generational curse. If they tell you if you drink liquor like water, it's a generational curse. It's definitely a generational curse. But you have to recognize it for what it is first before you can change it. If you call something a curse, what you're doing is identifying the very thing that's affecting your life. Now that you've identified what the curse is, you begin to move forward. Like I said, once you understand the curse, you start to understand your own mannerisms. And even the changing of said mannerisms starts to break the curse off of you. Watch. Temptation becomes strong. Let's say alcoholism is the problem. Anxiety and depression, yes. If it's something that's like prevalent in your family, yes. It's big. If it's big if everybody's dealing with it, yes. You know what I'm saying? But you start to change your behavior. Let's just say if you believe, because not everybody believes, and I'm definitely, for the most part, pescatarian, so I still eat meat. But if you believe eating meat is bad and you change your diet to alkaline or vegan or raw vegan or whatever you're doing, right? And you're doing well. You've been raw vegan for a year or so. And it was a challenge, but it wasn't that much of a challenge. And out of nowhere, you start craving meat. And everywhere you look, you start seeing meat. And every time your family call your phone, they always cooking meat. And they got to tell you about the meat and how they see it's probably a generational curse. You're being tempted because you're at the end game. This is the biblical devil, if you will. Like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me tempt you to see if you're serious about changing. Because if you change too much, if you grow too fast, if you grow too widely, if you become super unlimited in your life, where nothing that comes before you can hold you down, the spirit can't be compatible with you anymore. And if it loses compatibility with you anymore, or if it loses compatibility with who you are now, it can't control your life anymore. So it goes to the people that it can control to try to manipulate you. This is why you have to be stronger than the curses in your family. I know you're tired. I know you're tired. Said I do so good without meat, then all of a sudden back to eating wrong. Who says you're eating wrong? Your diet is defined by you. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not going to tell nobody how to eat. Everybody's diet is different. But if you decided to change your diet for health reasons because you believe meat is doing you dirty in your body and you can't help but go back to meat, you're probably just dealing with a light addiction. And that's the curse you need to look for in your family first before you try to break it elsewhere. I do have to explain. This is a ritual. But I know y'all tired. I know that it's heavy. I know that it's annoying. I know that it seems like it won't quit. But that's because you won't move away from it. That's because you won't call it out for what it really is. You won't call it out for what you have to recognize that it's a generational curse. And once it's recognized, then the process can begin for you to get over it. So, your instructions for today's ritual, let's get to it. Our generation wasn't chosen to break all of these curses. Somebody manipulated us and lied to us and told us that it's up to us to break all these curses, as if death itself was the final moment for anything to work and grow. If you travel, I'm a dimensional shaman, so I travel, right? I travel dimensions, which means I've seen more crossed family members than I wanted to. And I understand that even on the other side, they still have work to do, curses to break off themselves, changes to, time to grow, you know what I'm saying? Things to get through, elevation to seek. They're still working with somebody lied to us because it's a trap. It's a trap. And it's the dirtiest trap that I've seen thus far. You breaking all these generational curses. That's why you can't get free. Some curses will never be broken. You have a piece of the spirit, not the whole thing. Which means no matter how much you change and grow, it doesn't mean your family's going to do the same. And some of y'all love your family so much, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But some of y'all love your family so much that even when you change, you revert back to who you used to be just to make them comfortable with you so you don't lose that bond. But you got to understand what a bond is. You're not just bonding with your family, you're bonding with everything inside of them also, including their curses. Greetings, beautiful. Some of you are under a cycle curse. Cycle curses can be timed. And I do mean timed, like almost to the T. Like almost to the T. I knew I had a cycle curse in my family when every 6 months I would go back to Vegas. In 2017, I finally left the hood. I said that I could live my life the way I want to live, because I really started getting deeper into my hoodoo practice. I can live my life the way I want to live. So boom, jumped on a plane. First time ever on a plane. Straight to Costa Rica. Was out there 6 months. Went right back to Vegas. 2019. Left Vegas and moved to Houston. 6 months, came back to Vegas. 6 months. And I'm talking about every 6 months, at the 6 month mark, something terrible would happen. And I do mean terrible, like life-threatening terrible, to where I would have to depend on my family. I was fighting for my life in 2021 when I moved to Mexico, or 2020 when I moved to Mexico. I was fighting for my life out there. Because at the 6 month mark, said, why you always angry? Why you always misperceive my emotions? I hope you don't call yourself an intuitive. I ain't angry. At the 6 month mark in Mexico, I started to deal with hell. I'm talking about night terrors. I'm talking about, I'm waking up with scratch marks on me. I'm talking about sleepless nights. I'm talking about throwing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about bodily issues. I'm talking about boils all over my body. The kind of things that make you go, oh man, if only I was around my family, those who would not judge me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if only I was, and I stood there and I took it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going back to Vegas. I'm not going back to Vegas. That's just what I'm not gonna do. I'm not going back to Vegas for anything. For nothing. For nobody. And what happened was, after the 6 month mark, maybe a week, like a week tops, somebody called me and was like, I can help you get an apartment out here in Dallas. I jumped on it. Because it was an opportunity. And do you know what happened as soon as I landed in Dallas? I got a phone call from my family. No, I don't regret leaving Costa Rica. I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. Anywhere I go, I make it home. I'm not from this dimension anyway, at all. But as soon as I got to Dallas, I was living in an Airbnb as soon as I got here. And because we were trying to get the apartment situation situated. As soon as I got here, my family called me. My youngest brother had did something drastic. I'm talking about drastic. Greetings, beautiful. He did something drastic, something that would make me have to run home. And my aunt, I called my aunt because I was in tears. I couldn't believe it. I called my aunt and I'm like, yo, TT, like this is really going on. You know what she asked me? She said, so what are you going to do? She's like, what are you going to do? I said, what do you mean what I'm going to do? She's like, are you going to Are you going to come back? Like, because your family needs you. I said, no. No. And it was the hardest no I ever had to say, because most of you in here watching right now have that rescue gene. What's the rescue gene? Every time something goes wrong in your family, you're the go-to person. Every time something goes wrong in your life, or your family's life, you're the go-to person. And even if you ain't the go-to person, you feel like you gotta be the go-to person to go and try to handle all the issues in your family. It was the hardest no that I ever had to give her in my life. I said, I'm not coming back to the city. Why do y'all keep asking me to come back to the city? Well, your family needs you. No, they need to get it together is what they need to do. Well, you know your brother is dealing with mental issues, and what do you want me to do about that? Peace, peace. Thank you for checking in. What do you want? What do you want me to do about that? How can I? Because I knew for a fact, because I love my family so much, that if I went back to Vegas, that's where I'd be live streaming from right now. I would have never left, because I felt like, oh, they need me. But you understand that being around your family is very draining. Yep, codependency, definitely a generational curse. Like, I knew if I went back to the city, I would never leave. Like, never. When I say never, I mean never. And when I say the spirit of a generational curse is so strong, especially when it cycles, that even blessings come up to provide you with the space to go back to who you used to be and where you used to exist. Do you know how many people hit me up and say, yo, King Soon, like, I know you wanted a house. I know somebody can get you a house in the city. Sounds good. Oh, King, I know you really want land. I know somebody out there that got the land. I can help you get some land in the city. Sounds good. Oh, King, we having a seminar out here. You can come out here and talk. Like, you ain't even got to stay long. Sounds good. But once I understood that even where I was born was trying to hold me down, there is no going back. There is no going back. The longest I could live, or the longest I can stay in Vegas for a seminar, is 3 days. And that 3 days, nobody's going to know I'm there but the people at the seminar. That's it. My family will not know a thing, because once they know I'm back on Las Vegas soil, ring, 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 ring. Hey, I just want to see you. I miss you. And as soon as we sit down, here comes the problems. Here comes everybody's problems. A lot of y'all would do you a great justice to move away from them. Y'all always set intentions. And if y'all don't know, we've been doing the ritual this whole time. I don't know how y'all ain't picking this up. I'm activating and deactivating the cords connected to the spirits connected to you. A lot of you it would do you a lot of justice to move away from your family. And a lot of you can't, because the curse is trying to convince you that there are many opportunities there and you don't have to be away from your family. There's 2 people in my family that are like the saviors. They have a savior complex. It's me and my aunt. It's me and my aunt. We have the savior complex in the family. And I knew that her savior complex was worse than mine, because I'm a wild shaman. I will leave. I don't care how you feel. I will leave. But I knew hers was worse than mine while I was in Mexico, telling her that we can do more in this family. Like, we can get out. I was like, Titi, you need a vacation. She's a Christian. I was like, Titi, you need a vacation. She was like, okay, nephew, I'll think about taking one. She went to Mesquite. That's still in Nevada. I'm still in Nevada. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'll go to Mesquite. No, you need a real vacation. I said, Titi, you like going to church, right? She's like, yes, I love the Lord. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah. She went through the whole spiel, right? I said, Titi, you ain't been to church till you go to church in Africa. Nephew, you really think I would? I think that going to church in Africa will change your life. She never went. And I asked her one day while we were on the phone and she was in tears. I said, Titi, the reason you won't go to Africa is because you believe that if you move too far away, something's going to happen in the family and you're not going to be able to come back and rescue everybody. Who I'm talking to in the comments right now. I told you we breaking strongholds today. I got a chill in my crown right now. Said, what is church like in Africa? I have no idea. I have no idea. I've never been to church in Africa. I just know when African people worship, when people from the great continent worship, it's different. They have more passion because they spent more time with their soil. We spend a lot of time around brick. We live in brick. We worship in brick. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all, look, you see me? I was like, I have no idea. A lot of y'all are caught in that generational curse. Why do you have to be the black sheep? Why can't you be the white lamb? Why do you have to be the black sheep? And it's weird, you're the black sheep, you feel set apart, but you still feel the need to help everyone. A lot of you live with the mind state of, if I do too much in my life, somebody's going to die. Okay, Dave, do what you gotta do. I'll holler at you later. I'll let you know the steps and the rules later on. I got you. How many people literally think that way? The scariest thing I think that you've experienced, if that's your mindset, you can come back, Dave. Of course. Of course. The scariest thing you've dealt with to date was the fact that you took a vacation. I don't care if you lived in California and you took a flight to Florida. Okay? You live in California and you took a flight to Florida. When you went to Florida, somebody in your family got sick. When you went from Vegas to Utah, which ain't nothing but a 3-4 hour drive, somebody got sick. It scared the living crap out of you. And you told yourself, it's me. You see how you take curses? It's me. If I move away from them, something bad's going to happen. If I leave from them, something bad's going to happen. First of all, stop being so arrogant. Stop taking so much credit for someone else's life force. Because a lot of the curses that y'all carry in your families is carried by the fact that you're trying to take care of people who refuse to take care of themselves. First curse, snapped. You're trying to take care of people who refuse to take care of themselves. If you have a family member with health issues and they don't do nothing to change them health issues, like changing their diet, exercising, what you worried about what's going to happen to them? Well, I just don't want nobody to die. Well, they got to want themselves to not die, right? So last time I asked for a vacation, I went to prison. Sheesh. When I tell y'all the generational curses, and the generational curses are so petty. This is how I know that you being the one that's supposed to take care of all of them is the illusion. That's the illusion, because they're petty. It's petty. Every time you want to do something for yourself, or let's say, oh, I finally got enough money, especially if you deal with financial curses in your generations and your family. Oh, I finally got enough money to get a car. You get a car, you let your mama drive it and she wreck it. You go get another car, you let your mama drive it and she wreck it. It's petty. You finally get the settlement from the accident you had at work, and all of a sudden that's when everybody in your family got all the issues they've never spoken about before. Oh, well, I need to pay the house off. I'm about 6 months late on my rent. You can't be 6 months late on your rent. Boy, if you don't stop. Boy, if you don't stop. I need your help. I need your help. I'm just overwhelmed and I'm just so tired. But because you have a savior complex, all they got to do is give you the short version of a sob story and you going to come to the rescue. Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm capped. Tell me when I'm lying. You going to run right to the, oh, I got you. I got you. Don't even worry. I got you. Don't even worry. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to always be. I got your back if you need me. Anybody in your family that takes ill, when you decide to do something for yourself, go ahead and keep doing what you got to do for you. Go ahead and keep doing what you got to do for you. If you decide to take a vacation today and your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle lose their job, lose their house, go ahead and keep doing what you got to do for you. Said, okay, I switched platforms. Welcome over here, Chelsea. Said, I told my sister-in-law no, and she was mad and been hating since. That's because, and that's a whole nother issue altogether. You're the one that everybody depends on. It used to feel good because it made you feel like you mattered. But what's crazy is if you really examine it for what it is, you never really mattered. What you offer is what matters, because once that runs out, the love for you runs out with it. And once you can address that and see it for what it is, you'll stop answering your phone altogether. You'll stop answering the text messages, and you'll stop responding to guilt trips. Families love doing guilt trips. My aunt, when I used to allow her to call me, before I blocked her phone number, it was always, nephew, I called you. First of all, you called me at 3 a.m. If God itself called me at 3 a.m, I'm not answering that phone. Like, you call me at like 6, 7. Oh, I could have been dead. Well, then you would have just been dead. I blocked my whole family too. The only person in my family I talk to is my brother. When you come in here, trill season, y'all see him when he come in here. And my cousin Denzel, and maybe my cousin Kiami, but I don't even talk to them all the time. Like, only one I talk to is my brother. My mom told me to look out for him, because he's another one, just like me, that's willing to move away from all the BS that this family has built up in the bloodline, the generational curses. And it's ridiculous that the curses get stronger the bigger the family gets, which is, like I just told y'all, that's a spirit being portioned and passed around to the newest family members. So if your baby got an attitude problem, if your baby is sick all the time and it's unexplainable, it's not the atmosphere, it's not your breast milk, you know what I'm saying? It's something in the bloodline that's trying to take children out. You might be on the butt end of it, or the tip of it, no, the butt end of it, where it's not as bad, so it's not going to take your child's life, but it's going to make you feel like it is every single time to make you submit back to the curse. It's easy. When I say it's easy for that spirit to attach itself to you. I don't care how far away you get, because the only thing that you're used to is when life turns to hell, even though you've never been able to depend on your family in the first place. When your life turns to hell, for some reason, that's when they care. Especially if you've been away for a while. It's an honor, y'all. I told y'all, it's a ritual, it's an activation, it's a coaching, it's channeling. I'm channeling y'all lives right now, just like I'm channeling my own. I understand how heavy it is. I know you're tired of being financially burdened. Like, I know you're tired of getting sick out of nowhere. And I know you're tired of being compared to family members that ain't even here no more. Oh, you must be the reincarnation of. No, I am the first version, the original version of me. You gotta stop. You gotta stop allowing them to port spirits onto you. Oh, you just like your grandfather. You just like your grandmother. You got an attitude like your daddy. You got an attitude like your mama. You don't listen like your daddy. You don't listen like your mama. You stubborn like your daddy. You stubborn like your mama. Oh, you might be abusive just like your daddy. You gonna turn out just like your daddy. You gon'. And you trust them, so you take on what they're trying to tell you. Oh, okay, well, you might be right. I'm just like my daddy. I ain't nothing like my daddy. Nothing. So let's get to these instructions. Yes, live your own legacy. Create your own traditions. Create your own everything. The only reason somebody in your family will get mad about you living your own life is because you won't let them live it with you. I tried it. The same little brother I told you with the financial curse, like the first brother that I told you about with the financial curse, I allowed him to come live with me when I had moved out of my father's crib the first time. Do you know everything in my apartment started breaking? I'm talking about the knob broke off the stove, the microwave broke. I woke up one night, the lamp was broken. Like, for real. Like, for real. Thank you for blocking that person. Said, what about relationships? Do y'all break curses together? Or do you have to do it by yourself? It depends on the type of partnership. Let me be clear on that. It depends on the type of partnership, because if you have somebody that you're with that's in denial of a curse, all they're going to do is empower it. And eventually you two will become separate in the relationship because you're going to elevate. You're going to elevate, they're going to stay the same. They'll even become jealous of your elevation, not because they feel you're better than them, but because they feel like they had no solutions. They had nobody to be there for them. If you're going to be in a relationship with a person that can acknowledge that they have curses over their life, whether it be mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, whatever the curse may be, if they acknowledge that they're willing to work on it, then you can work through it. But if they're in denial, there is no working through it. And I suggest you leave them right then and there, because most people be like, well, what about love? Like, what about love? Is it really love when one person's codependent on your strength? Is it love? I need you to be strong for me while I refuse to grow. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't. Like, you can't. I don't care how hard you try. You cannot. You cannot. That's not love at all. That's not love at all. And don't be the one to get pregnant by or impregnate the person that's refusing to deal with their traumas and curses. All you're doing is reproducing what you haven't dealt with. So yes, before somebody goes, so would it be in my child? Yes. And I know some y'all comment right now, you're saying too late. It's not too late, because a child is more willing to let go because their template is naturally blank when they get here. They have a personality, but their template is naturally blank. Now, if you got teenagers, that's a whole nother story altogether. That's a whole nother story altogether if you have teenagers, because now they have to decide. But if you have children, you know what I'm saying? Children, you can raise them outside of the curse and it won't take them over, because they're able to build their own personality and legacy. But you have to be honest with yourself. Did you do them like you were done? Did you compare them to somebody that came before you? Did you compare them to the person that hurt you? Because you're the one porting curses over them. That's how another generational curse is born. And then 6 generations down the line, it's way stronger. I love you too, Day. I love you too. So let's get to these instructions. I hope everybody has their piece of paper, their pen, and their pencil. I want you to write on that piece of paper your name and the name and the types of all the curses you can think of that are on your family. We're only breaking them off of you. I'm not breaking them off your whole family. Your family not in here. For those that just joined in and wonder what's going on, this is the 4th day of the 52 days of ritual. Welcome to the function. We got 52 days of this. This is day 4, generational curse breaking. These are donation-based rituals, and everybody who's participating must send a donation. If you can't send a donation, I still want you to participate. We've been started the ritual. We've been. Of course, you have to include your child. You can't exclude your child. Your child came from you. There's no way. And that's just a heads up for those of you going to go get work from other practitioners. Like, any kind of work you get done on yourself is usually done on your child too, because they come from your womb. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people throw curses at you, they're throwing them at your children also. Even if the donation is small, it's whatever you can afford. I don't care. That's up to you. Whatever this is worth to you, the whole thing, not just the ritual, the whole thing. My moderators will put my Cash App in the comments. Yes, you can write it down later. Yes, you can write it down later. You can do this later. Just remember my instructions, okay? Just remember my instructions. I want you to write all of the curses you can think of in your family. And once you have written all of these curses down on a piece of paper, I want you to take that same piece of paper Yep, Cash App is each separate day. It's a donation for each ritual every day. Once you have written all these things down on this piece of paper, I'm going to start playing this incantation / mantra / spell. I can't wait for y'all to hear it, bro. And I want you to rub that piece of paper all over you. If your children are near, rub it all over them too. We just going to put it in a piece of paper. It's very simple because the incantation is going to tell the curse what it can do. Can children do this? I need you to do it for them. But yes, they can. I'll give you the number if I channel one for this. Said I'm not sure what all to write. Write everything. And I do mean write everything. Write everything you can think of. Name some curses again. Financial, addiction, emotional, mental, spiritual. Like all the people in your family are gifted, but can't nobody use their gifts. That's a generational curse. Sexual, whether your sex drive is high, if incest and pedophilia run in your family, that's a generation. You need to write that down just for the hell of it. Get it off of you, get it away from you. It's really unlimited. How would you put fear? Write fear. Write fear. If misfortune is the generational curse, I want you to write misfortune. You know you're dealing with misfortune because misfortune allows things in your life to go good and then everything crashes. That's misfortune. That's not even bad luck. Bad luck means it happens right away. Like you see a penny on the road, you've been down to pick it up and the car splashes you for driving by with the puddle. You know what I'm saying? Misfortune allows you to pick the penny up. It's a lucky penny. You know them pennies that's worth like $12,000? It's one of them. It's worth $12,000. You're like, well, I found a $12,000 penny. And somebody come by and smack it out your hand. It rolls in the middle of traffic and all the way down the street. There's a difference between bad luck and misfortune. Religion can be one also. Because if your family is religiously obsessed to the point where you've literally been beat for your sin, and I do mean beat, you need to write that. I'm gonna need you to write that. Let me go ahead and play this mantra while y'all write this out real quick. Y'all ready for this? This one's a little longer. It's longer than any one I've ever done. Is it? No, because the true mate mantra was pretty long too. Food, diet, all of it. And what's going to happen after today, because I know most practitioners do work for y'all, and they be like, okay, just let me know what the results are. I'm going to tell you what the results are going to be. You're welcome. I love you. Don't even play. Don't even play. I love you. This is always a safe space for you. Always. I'm going to tell you what the results are going to be. By tomorrow, you're going to feel different on your outlook of yourself. Okay? I love you 360. You're going to feel different on the outlook of yourself. And I mean the template of your life. You're going to start examining. Yeah, your dad, if your dad passed, you can still put him down. Yep, rub the paper all over you and your daughter. All over you and your son, you and your children. You're going to start examining your life for what it is. Another beautiful result from this ritual will be, mark my words. Mark my words. You write in the name, your name, and the curses on your family. Your nephews, you can put them in too, because children don't deserve to hold on to curses if they ain't did nothing. Now, if they're a reincarnated ancestor, I can't really say nothing about that. That's not my business. But you're going to start doing better things for yourself in your life. The guilt will be less. Like the guilt will be less. You're going to be able to say no without thinking too much about your no. No, you're putting your name down and the curses that's on your family because we're about to tear it off of you. Yep, full name. Full name. Hell, if you know your mother's maiden name, put it on the paper. But you're going to start examining things for what they really are. A lot of people in your family are going to start pushing you away from them. Allow it to happen. You've been crying since we started. It's okay, beloved. Let it out. That's a good purge. They're going to start turning away from you. You're going to find out some of them never liked you. I'm giving you instructions so you know what to do when it happens. These are the results from this ritual. They're going to start telling you they feeling some type of way. You're going to hear about them talking about you like a dog. You're going to hear the truth. But this time versus last time, because you said they did already. This time versus last time, how you react will be different. Because just because someone doesn't like you doesn't mean you have to address them not liking you. Because I already told you how the spirit upholds the contract of the curse. They're only coming at you foul because you've shaken the spirit off of you. Now, if I react to finding out they don't like me, I've just ported that spirit back onto me. Yep, include your children. Your siblings, no. They would have to be in here to do this for themselves. You can't rescue them. This is about you. But if you have children, you can include them too. Yeah, put your son's full name. Write your name down on a piece of paper and all of the curses that are generational in your family. In your family. Nope, not your spouse. You, unless your spouse is watching. Anybody that's not in attendance can't be a part of it. I can't do work for people I can't necessarily see. You know what I'm saying? They're not in here. How do I even know that they're willing to break that? How do I know they're willing to even let that go? Any children in your family, you can include. Yes, your birth name and every other name you go by. I don't care if you go by Sweetie, Sweetie, Poo Poo. All of these are calling cards to your energy. I don't care. Like all of your names. I'm finna play this mantra though. Grandchildren too. Hope it's not too loud. It's probably loud. I don't care.
Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states on
yes, it will.
For me. Thrown
for
in
your daughter,
void,
yes.
Not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive.
If your children are asleep right now,
to stay. What doesn't belong, send it away. Not to be seen.
If you have any flowers or plants in your house,
the past
I want you to take that piece of paper, rub the flower on the piece of paper. Like any kind of plant in your house, anything living in your house, I want you to rub it on that piece of paper, and I want you to put it under their pillow.
Attached to my mind, attached to my soul, I sever the cords of the curses.
Because most likely touching them with a piece of paper gonna wake them up, and they're gonna be running around your house going crazy.
Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority.
My daughter is in college. When I give you this code, when I channel this code for this, I want you to text it to your daughter. She'll read it, and that'll be the activation over her.
I speak to the past. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard.
Yes.
Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generations Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright, the darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational.
If your children are at daycare and you're at work right now,
tell it to stay.
I'm going to send you this code.
Send it away.
The code contains the mantra. I know if that probably don't make sense if you don't do incantations or magic, but the code that I'm going to channel contains the mantra, and all I need you to do is follow these instructions when you get home, okay? It'll still work.
The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't.
You said you're getting a headache right now. Wherever the headache is, I want you to put pressure on it. Put pressure on it wherever it is. I don't care if it's in the back of your head, the side of your head, your temples, your forehead. I want you to put as much pressure on it as you can. And I want you to inhale and exhale 4 times. Inhale, exhale 4 times. And then I want you to snatch your hand away from it. Repeat the process till it goes away.
Send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright.
Oh, Sasha just got here? Okay, Sasha, write your name on the piece of paper and write all of the generational curses you believe are on your family. All of them. I told y'all today was going to be intense. I warned everybody. I told y'all I'm calling the spirit out. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be nice with the spirit. You feel me? Like, I'm calling it out of you. The spirit is not around you. It's in you. It's trying to live in you. It's talking in your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? It's controlling your actions. It's empowering your addictions. I'm calling that hoe out. It's got to go. You can't stay here. You can't live here. You can't exist here. You don't belong here. And you don't belong to me.
My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel
all of that
made me feel worthless. Attached to my
treat a cursed spirit for what it really is. A piece of shh.
The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free.
On me, let me channel this number real quick.
My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in.
You know what's interesting?
The past is
for the mediums in here. Because only the mediums will understand. Right? And for those of you who don't know what a medium is, you'll understand after I explain this. The reason why some of y'all feel dizzy, woozy, nauseous, you got a headache, you feeling pressure, it's because when you recognize a spirit, right? Mediums in here, back me up, please. When you recognize a spirit, write your children's name on the piece of paper too. If you're not near them, send them this code. Okay? But if you are near them, you're going to take the same piece of paper and you're going to rub it over yourself and you're going to rub it over them. And then I'll tell you how to get rid of it in a minute. But if you're feeling these things, any mediums in here, please tell me if I'm capped, if I'm wrong. When you recognize a spirit, it starts to show you attention.
Where it belongs and stays in its place.
Any medium in here communicate with the dead. Anytime you walking down the street and it's a soul walking down the street with you, if you lock eyes with them, they start to bother you, don't they?
That made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses.
I said I'm calling this spirit out of you. This spirit just recognized that you recognize it. It's on and popping. We doing battle right now. But today you're going to win.
For me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay.
Forgive me if the screen's blinking out. It has to see my face in order to keep me on the green screen.
Present in every word. The past.
I feel funny in my torso. I feel it in my stomach. So for those of you who are feeling it in your body, not a headache, not head pressure, I'm talking about you feeling nauseous and woozy. The curse that's probably on your family is in your diet. So what I want you to do, pick a day, any day during this week, but pick a day and fast. Just juice and water. Just juice and water. Because if you find out that the spirit is living in your colon, that's why you have digestive issues. Don't get me started on the consciousness of the parasites, which gives the spirit a body to live in.
I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present.
Let me channel this number real quick.
The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee.
Hold on, I have to grab a tool.
The light that's in me.
I hear you, Spirit. I'll give y'all this code in a moment. Give me a second. Let me get up. I gotta grab a tool real quick, okay? I gotta get up like an old man. Look.
The curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that
keep listening. Keep thinking.
My story.
Close your eyes and breathe.
Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight.
I'll get y'all donations for this ritual shortly. Pay attention.
To the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong,
slow down.
Away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs.
Said my paper ripped. I just bet it did. Start a new one.
The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that
Ooh.
made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void.
My pen went out. Oh yeah. They gonna fight. But I'm here to fight with you.
Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past.
I have my own void.
What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel
if you got pain in your shoulder, stretch it out.
I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is
Pay attention to the void. Send it to me. Right here. Put it in here.
Seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses is following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses is following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen.
Put it right in here.
The curses that's following me.
Your spirit's pissed at me. Let's fight, Papa. I'm not scared of you, cuz.
Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word.
I'm not scared of you.
The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me.
I fought stronger darkness in myself.
That made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind,
woo!
Attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of
yeah, it's on.
Can't stay, the curses must flee.
It's my favorite part.
My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me.
Put it in the jar.
The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away.
They don't like this sound.
Not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curse.
Oh no, they've been pissed since I started the live. They don't want the fade though. I've dropped things in the void on accident.
Curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive.
Get out.
Speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong.
You have no authority here. You have no power here. When a soul is ready to be free, when a being is ready to be free from all things that bind it, you must let it go. This is the absolute law of the Creator. This is absolute. And the most absolute law above that one is it's only one spirit per body. You must flee.
My spirit renewed, my life is set.
Got it here.
Curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings.
You said why they don't like this sound? Because it's an anointed tool made by me.
Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past.
Talk to the spirit right now. Talk to it right now. Tell it you have no authority here. There's no space for you within me. There's no body for you to play in within me. There's no dimension within me where you can survive. I spit you out. I breathe you out. You can't live here. I don't know whose spirit that is, but let me talk to you. I recognize you've been around for a while, but just because you've been here for a while doesn't mean you belong here forever. So, got it here.
Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me.
I came to put you up on notice. Get out.
I speak to the past. tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright, the darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me
Get out.
Attached to my mind, attached to my soul.
Said I just got thirsty. Go drink some water.
Can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void.
Let it out. If you vomit and throw, I told y'all today was gonna be heavy. I told y'all. I warned y'all. Did y'all think I was playing?
What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word.
To the spirit that's over the family that's keeping the women infertile, get the hell out of here. You have no space here. Your work is done. Your contract is void. She will have a child because she says so. You don't have the final say. The Most High does.
Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life story is written by me. Generations not to be seen, not to be heard.
Hold on, y'all. Yo, somebody tried to call me.
Where it belongs.
We on some, bro. I won't stop. Oh, I won't stop.
Made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright, the darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free.
Oh, you wanna fight?
Seen and unseen. My
I have
life,
other
my story,
tools.
written by me. Generations
Ho ass.
the curses ignore me. Authority.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Keep going. Don't stop breathing. Concentrate. Don't be scared. Show the spirit you ain't never been scared. Now that you recognize it, it must flee.
Tell it to stay.
I'm on your whole ass though.
Send it away. Not to
Yeah,
be
I'm
seen,
with the wrong one today. I know.
Present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me. The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings before me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following
Dump some
me.
light in the
Ground
void.
to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving.
444 on my clock. Let me pause that real quick. Let me do about 30 seconds of raw drumming. I want y'all to close your eyes. Right before you close your eyes, tell it to get out. This is its eviction. Get out. Can't stay. Hey. 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 Can't stay. Hey. 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 Can't stay. And back to it.
The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay.
So what if you feel nothing energy-wise? It's okay.
Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright, the darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old.
Every major organ in your body can host a spirit. Somebody just said they burping a lot. That's good.
My life is my story. It's written by
my son fell asleep. That's good.
Ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for
if the paper rips, start a new piece of paper. Don't let the spirit discourage you. Something's trying to choke me. Go open your front door.
I speak to the past. I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong.
Go open your front door. Tell it to get out. If your kidneys are hurting, you have to juice. One day this week, I'm telling you, spirits can live in your major organs, even your minor organs. Why do you think you can't breathe? Not because you have some terrible smoking habit, but because it's living in your lungs, which means it's stopping you from absorbing life force energy. My mother just burped. Give your mom a kiss on her forehead for me.
My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states
what to do with the ripped pieces? Hold on to them.
Not to be seen.
That's twice the ass whooping for the spirit when I give you the rest of the instructions.
Dead in my sight, generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place.
Nope, don't try to feel the energy.
Bright, the darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses.
Write down your name on the piece of paper and all the generational curses you believe is on your family. But this is aimed at you.
The curses can't stay. The curses must.
Nope, don't rip the paper. Wait for my instructions. I ain't gave them yet.
Curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright, the darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses.
Said, what's in the jar? This is a void in a jar. I know you ain't never seen it.
Attached to my mind, attached to my soul.
This is a void in a jar.
The curses of old, the curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void. Not
said you smell poop. If you smell poop, what you have going on, the type of spirit is identifying itself. A void in a jar. You know what a void is? The endless darkness, the endless water, the black water, the void, where I'm sending all of your spirits. They're going right in here. They're going right in here forever, and they can't get out. There's no opening this jar. But if you smell poop, what kind of spirit you're dealing with is identifying itself by what you're smelling right now. And you're probably dealing with the spirit of decay. The spirit of decay is something else. If you smell poop often, or eggs, like rotten eggs, like sulfur, like hell, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with the spirit of decay. And if you're dealing with the spirit of decay, that means either you or a lot of people in your family have really serious health issues. And I mean serious. I'm talking about no matter what they do, it don't get no better. They got the spirit of decay. But you don't anymore. Because you couldn't smell it before, which means it's outside of you. Now tell it to get the hell on somewhere.
attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away.
If you're dealing with any pressure,
be heard. Authority present in every
if you're dealing with any pressure, any headaches, go open your front door and breathe. Tell it to get out. It's not allowed to stay. I think everybody should pick a day this month and fast, though. Just water or juice, or water and juice. For the women dealing with womb curses, listen to my instructions and hear me clearly. If you have womb curses, yes, you can do you and your son on the same paper. If you have womb curses this week, I want you to go purchase a yoni steam. I don't care how much it's a sacrifice for you financially. I want you to go purchase a yoni steam, because if the spirit has to come out in the water from your urinary tract, you're going to get an infection. I want you to go get a yoni steam. Purchase one, or go find somebody you can trust.
The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story.
If your scalp is itching, wash your hair tonight.
The curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's
your left arm has a pain in it. I want you to do all the stretches you possibly can for your left arm and bring heat to where the pain is. That means quick rubs. Quick rubs. And after your arm gets tired, the one you're rubbing with, after it gets tired, I want you to snatch it. Do it again, snatch it. Do it again, snatch it. Nope, I didn't give y'all the code yet. I'm going to give y'all the code. Don't trip.
The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel
I got you. I'm excited about this.
I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit.
The middle of your back?
Generational curses.
Have you ever felt like your abilities were being blocked? Because you know, it might have something to do with Kundalini. You know what I'm saying? It might have something to do with Kundalini and where it's stuck, because something's in the way. So if you haven't been doing yoga as of lately, I need you to pick it back up.
Tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past.
If you don't have no audio, leave and come back. Because these spirits are pissed. If you're tired, don't go to sleep.
The light that's in me. The curses that made me feel.
I'm telling you, this is a spirit. Heed my warning. I'm not trying to scare y'all, bro, but heed my warning, because this same spirit puts you to sleep often. Like when you're supposed to be focusing on your vision, when you're supposed to be focusing on dealing with your shadow, when you're supposed to be focusing on what you're building on, the spirit puts you to sleep. You can't make no progress because it makes you sleepy every time you try to make progress. You got an entity living inside of you. Don't be afraid of it. Tell it to get the hell out.
What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past.
Recognize what is you and what's not you.
Moving along, my future is bright. The darkness will flee.
Is it me, or is the glare getting lighter in here?
The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story, it's written by me. Generations,
and it's tripping too.
Ignore me. Authority states only
it's okay
for me. Thrown in the void.
I don't know what it is. I like pissing entities off.
Following me. Grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive.
Spirit team, take care of what I cannot see. I call to my warriors. Y'all know we like to get down. Any spirit trying to jump through, put them in their pockets, throw them in the void, never to return again. And if it comes with the league, throw the whole league away.
The light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I severed the cords of the curses.
Feet itching? If your feet are itching, do a feet wash.
My spirit renewed, my life is set free. Generational curses that
now I feel feverish, like I'm sick. It's coming out. Let it out. Breathe, scream, cry. Tell it you've had enough. Tell it I have authority over my life and you have no authority over it anymore. Put it in its place so you can kick it out of its space. Put it in its place so you can kick it out of its space.
not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word.
If your shoulders are hurting, you want to stretch them. When you get done, I know you can't see my arm. I'm putting it over my head. When you stretch them, when you stretch 5 seconds, throw your arm. Throw it. Don't let it go slow. Throw it, because it's trying to live. Here, I'm telling you, if you knew that every cell in your body was a dimension, you'd understand how easy it is for anything to live inside of you.
Before me, the curses ignore me. Authority
Swear.
states only blessings are for me.
Swear.
Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word.
If your lower back and hip are in pain, sit on the floor, close your legs and reach for your toes.
Because of the light that's in me.
Move it.
The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay, the curses must flee. My spirit renewed, my life is set free.
Said a rash showed up on your daughter's arm. I want you to go in your kitchen. If you got some olive oil or coconut oil, I want you to take a dab of that coconut oil out of there, a dab of that olive oil, and I want you to anoint it. All I want you to tell the oil to do is release, and then I want you to rub it over the rash.
I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong,
I'm calling it out of the bloodline.
Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs and stays.
I didn't give the number yet. You good? I didn't give the number yet.
Bright, the darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that.
My question is, are y'all gonna take me serious now? I'm not playing. I'm not trying to put on a show. This is serious. I fought through more things than I can ever tell you.
My life is set free. Generational curses.
If you're nauseous, go drink some water, because it's got to come out one way or another, the bottom or the top. You choose. I'd rather come out the bottom.
Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses.
Unless you have a weak colon, then it needs to come out the top.
In my sight, generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the
Go drink water.
Tell it to stay. What doesn't belong.
And after this ritual, for at least an hour, don't eat nothing.
Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs. It stays in its place while I'm moving along.
San Antonio, you said it's hard to breathe.
Because of the light.
If it's hard for you to breathe right now, I want you to take the length of your breath and get used to it. The length. If the breath is short and choppy, let it be short and choppy. You will be just fine. You're not going to pass out.
My spirit renewed. My life is set free. Generational.
Don't panic, Antonio.
My life is my story. It's written by me.
The panic attack is coming from your lack of oxygen.
Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen.
Say, wait, I was eating the whole time. Just don't eat after we're done. That's what I meant.
Dead in my sight, generational curse.
Pressure. Back of your head hurt. Pressure.
Tell it to stay. What doesn't belong.
Pressure.
Send it away. Not to
and breathe into the pressure and then release it.
Present in every word.
I didn't give the number yet. Y'all good.
Where it belongs.
If you're feeling nauseous, if you feel like you gotta throw up, you need to.
The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me.
Y'all don't even know I'm taking you on an ayahuasca journey right now.
Attached to my mind, attached to my soul.
Sheesh.
The curses of old.
Sheesh.
The curses must flee.
And y'all want to play with psychedelia, huh?
Generational curses that's seen and unseen. My life is my story. It's written by me. Generations before me, the curses ignore me. Authority states only blessings are for me. Thrown in the void, not to be seen. The curses that's following me. Ground to the grave, dead in my sight. Generational curses no longer alive. I speak to the past, I tell it to stay. What doesn't belong, I send it away. Not to be seen, not to be heard. Authority present in every word. The past is where it belongs and stays in its place while I'm moving along. My future is bright. The darkness will flee because of the light that's in me. The curses that made me feel small, that made me feel worthless. Attached to my mind, attached to my soul. I sever the cords of the curses of old. The curses can't stay. The curses must flee. My spirit renewed. My life is set free.
Now, I'm done playing the mantra. I told y'all it was intense. I warned y'all. I swear I did. Don't nobody tell me I didn't. They was like, oh, generational curses, that's going to be light. Whoa. Okay. Everybody, give me your hands. Give me your hands. Wherever your body is hurting, I want you to place your phone. Place your phone screen, not on it, but over it. I'm going to pray over my hands real quick. And we're going to do a little bit of energy work. Give me a second. I declare that the only energy that can exit my hands is the energy to finish the releasing of these spirits off of them. And every spirit that waves off of them is thrown immediately into the void. No conversation, no negotiations, no excuses, no manipulation, just purified energy. Because by my authority given to me by my Creator, the Most High God, the Supreme Architect, I declare that every spirit that is in the wrong be detached from them at this very moment. And we begin. Even if you can't see my hands, because this green screen tripping. It's flossing. I know you're tired. I know. You have to go. Damn, that's a lot of weight. Get out. For the ones experiencing infertility, hold your womb. Hold it right now. I'm sending energy into your womb. The only energy that goes in is the energy of life force. Their true desire is to create and have a family. And if I have any say-so in the matter, they shall do just that. For those of you dealing with financial issues because of said generational curses, I want you to hold your wallet. Hold your purse. Think of your bank account. They deserve a bag because they've dealt with hell from a spirit that didn't belong to them. For those of you that suffer with anxiety and depression, and you don't even know when the depressive state is going on or coming on, and you can't feel when your anxiety creeps up on you, it's because it doesn't belong to you. And you deserve to be free. For those of you who are dealing with love curses, generational love curses, the door is closed. The cord is severed. I smashed that spirit. Love is for you. Do you hear me? Love is for you. Do you hear me? Love is for you. Do you hear me? For the people who have dealt with molestation and rape, I came to bring you some news. It is not that you cannot get over what happened to you. It is simply the spirit that keeps reminding you, and that hoe gotta go. Generational curses, flee from me. So free. You are free from what's holding you back now. Can't hold you any longer. It's over. Flee from me. No curse can hold me. Set free, set free, set free, set free, set free. Set free. Set free. Set free. Set free. Receive these harmonic downloads. Set free. Set free. No curse can hold me. No curse can hold me. I say my curse is free. Woo-hoo, I say. Flee from me. Free from me. Me. set free. Set free. You are free indeed. Don't worry. Don't worry. Set free. Set free. Don't worry. 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 I'm free. My children are free. Finances are free. My health is so free. Nothing but life inside of me. So free, so free, so free. Everybody give themselves a big hug. So free. No curse can hold me. No curse can hold me. I've got too much power, too much authority. No curse can hold me. Most High adores me. I shake. God loves me. I am safe. So protected. God loves me. God holds me. No curse can hold me. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel? Thank you, Moria, for sending your donation before your phone died. I love you, 360. I ain't even asked for the donation for the ritual yet. I couldn't. Gotta let spirit do its work first. God first. Money second. For those of you that came in here late, this is a whole ritual, y'all. Well, donation-based ritual. For those that could not afford to send a donation today, although I didn't even ask for one just yet. I will ask you momentarily. I still wanted you to be a part of this, so don't feel bad. I did this. This is the 4th day of the 52 days of ritual, and I did this to destroy and to break generational curses. Which means you are welcome in this place. I don't care what your situation looks like. Look at your situation and say, you can no longer defeat me. Look at your situation and say, you no longer have control over me. You no longer have control over my mind. You no longer have control over my heart. You no longer have control over my emotions. You no longer have control over my body. You no longer have control over my habits. You no longer have control over my life. You no longer have control over my children. You no longer have control over my family. You no longer have control over my movements. You no longer have control over my future. You no longer have control over my potential. You no longer have control over my anointing. Ashe. I'm not playing. If you feel any pain, get up and breathe. Said this was a lot, King. I appreciate you. I told y'all it was gonna be. I warned y'all. Fear death no more. Death can't hold you where God is elevating you. I'm so hot right now. It's like my body had to catch fire because it knew I was going to be fighting. Something's tapping on my walls. All praises to my spirit team for standing around me with your wings outstretched, protecting me, for collaborating with me on this work, for bringing forth the clarity that needed to be brought forth, for breaking molds, for helping me to kick the living hell out of the spirits that were running curses through these generations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to my spirit team, to the Orisha. All praises to Olodumare. Ashe Shango, Ashe Eshu, Ashe Yemaya, Ashe Oshun, Ashe Oya, Ashe Babaluaye. Y'all always show out when I show up. Ashe. Oh my God. I knew it was going to be crazy. I knew it was going to be crazy. Like, I knew it was going to be crazy. I just knew it was going to be crazy. My scalp is sweaty and my body got hot. If your scalp is sweating, make sure you wash your hair tonight. Whatever hurt. I didn't give the number yet. I'm going to give it to you. We're not done. I didn't even ask for my donation for the ritual yet. Hold tight, everybody. Whatever part of your body was hurting during this ritual, I want you to spend extra time washing that part of you tonight. And I want you to actually talk to it, communicate with it. Don't stop until you feel the communication in where you were feeling pain. Because if you can't feel the vibration of your words, then your words are falling into nothingness. If I say heal, that's why I told you whatever part was hurting, push and put pressure on it. If I take my hand and I put, thank you. If I take my hand and I put pressure on my shoulder, if I grip it really tight, when I start talking, I can hear the vibrations of the words between my hands and my shoulder. I'm telling you. Said I have fear coming up. That not are all gone. Trust me, by the morning, you're gonna feel way different. Mark my words. You're gonna have a beautiful rest tonight. If you fatigued, I want you to go take a walk before you go to sleep. Because I'm tired of these spirits putting you to sleep because they don't want you to receive what's for you. They've done that to you enough in your life. How many opportunities have you missed because you were just too tired, although you had energy 5 minutes before? And you thought that was you? No. No. That's the spirit trying to keep you in the same position you've been stuck in for so long. And once you recognize that it's a spirit, that's when you take your power back and you start speaking with that authority you were given, and you tell that spirit, no, now's not the time for me to lay down. This is the best time for me to stand up. I'm gonna do the opposite of what you tell me. I'm not tired, you're tired. Because everything that I do towards my glory, everything I do towards what the source told me I was supposed to do, drains you of your life force. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep trucking in the direction of my destiny while you suffer and you don't get no more energy / food from me. You know, nothing from me. First time I've been pain-free in so long. Ashe. I don't know. Yellow was calling. I tried blue. It just didn't look right. I had my blue scarf on. It didn't look right. It didn't feel right. I didn't feel blue. I felt yellow. How long do I think you should fast? 12 to 24 hours. If you already fast for 12 hours a day, that means you don't eat until like 12, 1 o'clock. Then just make it a full 24. Okay? And I know you may think, man, that might be hard, especially if you have terrible eating habits. But it won't be hard, because I promise you, the thing that's making you feel like you're hungry is the spirit that needs food from you. Because none of you eat who have an eating problem or an eating disorder. None of you eat without putting emotions in your food. The spirit of depression and anxiety and feeling low and worthless is in the food when you prepare it. Even when you get food from fast food restaurants, before you take that bite, you're thinking of your problems. It's eating off of you. I promise tomorrow you won't have that big of an appetite. And then after tomorrow, you're going to eat like you've never had before. I told y'all by the end of this 52 days, y'all going to be a different type of spiritualist. Just watch who you become. Let me give y'all this code real quick to write on your pieces of paper. Let me get it to you. Y'all ready? 6678. 6678. With an infinity sign, 8766. 6678 with an infinity sign, 8766. I wish you could see it on the paper properly, but you, damn it. Let me show my face. You can't, it's backwards. It's backwards. Yes, on the same paper. And this time, with that piece of paper, I want you to burn it. Follow my instructions, please. Burn it. Take it at least 50 to 100 feet away from your crib and dump it somewhere. I don't care if it's in the gutter down the street. Dump it, because it contains the essence and the spirit of the contract of the entity that runs part of the generational curses in your family. 6678 with an infinity symbol, 8766. Even the ripped one. If your paper ripped while you were writing the instructions, that one too. You don't gotta write the code on that paper. Write it on the fresh sheet and put them all together and burn them. If you had just got in here late, oh yes, come on out. Excuse me. Oh Jesus. Yeah, come on out of there. If you had just got in here late, nope, don't flush it. Throw it outside. Don't flush it. Forgive me for burping, excuse me. If you just got in here or if you were late, write your name on the piece of paper and all of your generational curses that you believe are on your family. Write this code on that piece of paper and rub it all over yourself. And I do mean all over. Head, chest, back, butt, balls, the JJ, kneecaps, thighs, top of your feet, bottom of your feet. I'm talking about rubbing on everything. If you notice a certain room in your house got that curse type energy in it, I want you to rub it on the walls. Rub it on the walls and burn it and throw the ashes outside, 50 to 100 feet away from your crib. I love you too, Tyra. I didn't even know you was in here. Like an egg cleanse, exactly. And if you are a practitioner and you watching this, I suggest you double up on that. Egg cleanse yourself tonight. And now y'all can send y'all donations for the ritual to my Cash App. Moderators, please put my Cash App in the comments. There was no interrupting spirit today to tell people to do it. Like, no, spirit like, nah, we got to stay in the bag. We got to stay in the bag because you own us something. And I'm like, uh-oh, what I'm on? If you absolutely don't have a donation to send today for this ritual, don't feel bad, okay? I still want you here. And your behind better be here tomorrow. Because tomorrow's the self-love ritual. It's going to be lighter. Yes, you can rub it on your children too. Please rub it on your children. Please. Said I'm leaving home after this. Is it okay to burn it where I'm going? I love you too. Don't burn it where you're going. Just burn it on the way. Pull over and burn it and dump it. Nope, don't tear it up. Burn it. Same time tomorrow between 1 and 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you, moderators, for putting my Cash App in the comments. This is the part where you send your donations for this ritual. It's a whole ritual. And I thank each and every one of you for being here, for allowing me to cultivate the space for y'all to heal in, for you to be real in, for you to be transparent, for you to feel safe enough to release what's been holding you back. Y'all see I'm slumped over here now. I'm over here slumped. I'm like, said, can I burn it tomorrow? That's up to you. You can burn it tomorrow if you want to, but make sure it's first thing in the morning. Don't wait all day. Don't procrastinate. Because if I'm telling you that the piece of paper contains the spirit or the connection to the entity that's been torturing you, you don't want it in your house overnight because now it's not in you, which means it can find something else to hide in. If you gonna wait till the morning to burn it, make sure ain't no cups or glasses of water sitting on your counter, no open containers, no none of that. No sink full of water, there ain't no water in the bathtub just floating and sitting there. Don't none of that. Because if it gets another space to live in, it can jump right back on you. What if I won't see my child until tomorrow? Then hold it until tomorrow. That's different. I want you to get it off your children. For those who didn't have paper, just follow these instructions later. Just text him the code, yes. And when he asks you what this number means, just tell him it's a blessing. Because he's going to read it. He's going to read the numbers. He's going to ask you what it means. He's going to be curious. He's going to lay his eyes upon it. And that energy, the code plus the mantra / incantation is going to jump inside of him. When it jumps inside, it's going to kick it out. And even he'll be different in the morning. I want good report tomorrow. So after you gone, is the live gone too? Yes, on TikTok, but I'll be posting it on my Instagram. Because I'm live on my Instagram too. Shouts out to everyone on my Instagram. Y'all really in here rocking with me. And you know what? It almost makes me want to cry. Can my moderators please give them the code one more time? And don't trip, you're not getting on our nerves. I understand people have different learning disabilities. You're neurodivergent. You might think or see slower or read slower than others, so you probably missed it. We are not frustrated with you at all. Just ask so we can help. Okay? To everybody in here who stayed with me during this ritual and didn't think I was crazy, I love you so much. Said I see you better on TikTok. But if you want to watch this ritual back, you'll be able to watch it on Instagram. To everybody who rocked with me, who didn't think I was insane, who didn't think I was out of my mind, who didn't think this was crazy or demonic, who knew it was a ritual to help set you free. Those of you who came here, I love you so much, man. I love you 360. I love you 360. For those of you who double tap the screen, can you believe this is just day 4? Can y'all believe it? It's just day 4. Yes, foster children count. All children are innocent to me. They didn't do nothing. They just got here. They just got here. They ain't do nothing. Please include them. For everybody who double tapped the screen, we got altogether 186,000 likes on this live. Hey, on my TikTok, can I get a screenshot one time? Give me a couple of them. One more. I'm trying to document the journey. Let me get it again. One more. Ah, shit. Said my neighbors definitely think I'm weird. I don't care though. You should go give them a hug tomorrow. It's the weirdest thing you can do to them. Like, good morning. They're like, good morning. Bring it in. Oh, I love y'all so much. They're gonna be like, what? What's wrong with her? Said, what's wrong with her? I'm gonna send you the screenshot. Thank you. You can send it over to my Instagram, Wild Wealthy Shaman on Instagram. Wild Wealthy Shaman. Wild Wealthy Shaman. My Instagram link in my bio not working. I still ain't changed it. I'm such a procrastinator on stuff like that. I'm like, my son doesn't talk to me. Should I still send it? Yes. Because if your son is not talking to you because y'all having issues, we want to make sure that your son not talking to you because y'all having issues, not because some spirit is manipulating him out of a relationship with you. So yeah, send it to him. He might just see it. I'm all for some sneaky magic on every. I'm all for it. If it's to help cleanse some burdens, oh yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Said, crazy thing, I spoke in a language I don't understand and I felt so light. You spoke in them ancient tongues. Something else came out of you. I told you, some people's generational curses had a block on your abilities. Your anointing, for the religious folks in here watching, which is what I mean when I say that. Like, some generational curses was blocking your abilities. And it's ridiculous. Like, you would think it's not happening, or why is this not opening up like it should, or I thought I was more powerful than this, but it seems to be blocked. It's because the spirit is trying to hold you down, because if you get to your true level of power, it can't survive inside of you. Say, my paper not trying to burn. If your paper not trying to burn, then what you do is you find you a couple twigs, light them hoes on fire, and stick the paper on top of it. If you got a cauldron or a pot in your kitchen that you don't really care about, I want you to take some rubbing alcohol, pour it all around the pot a little bit, throw the piece of paper in there and light it on fire. Don't let it be stubborn. Said I channel light language. I only channel light language when I'm traveling to other dimensions. It's weird. I don't do it here. Like when I'm everywhere else though, yeah, I'll be like, what did you say? I don't know, but I said it. And you heard what I said. Where can I dump my ashes? I can't leave the house. Do you have foil? If you can't leave your house, do you have foil? Yes, you can burn it in the house. Just don't burn your house down. You can burn it in the house. You don't have foil. Okay, after you burn it, take all the ashes you can and put it in a plastic bag after the embers go out, okay? Put it in a plastic bag, wrap the plastic bag up with like 2 or 3 more plastic bags, tie a knot in it and put it at the bottom of your trash can. The bottom. If you have foil, you want to take the ashes, wrap it in the foil and throw it in the trash can. If you can't, throw it outside, okay? That's if you can't. If you can, take your behind outside. I ain't drink no water this whole time. Pray for me. Can I bury mine instead? Yes, you can. It's up to you. I just prefer destroying it. But the earth will do the same thing. The earth will eat it. Mama will eat it. Gaia will eat it. The Divine Mother will eat it. Just make sure you say thank you to her, because she ain't gotta eat it. Do not throw it on your doorstep. You're gonna step on that. You're gonna walk on that. Don't throw it on your doorstep. Throw it over, at least 50 to 100 feet away from your crib, if you can. If you can't go 100 yards away, then it's fine, because I promise you, Spirit gonna take care of it. The wind gonna blow. It might even flood lightly where you at. It's gonna wash it. I did a protection ritual around my neighborhood. I thought I was being slick. I put the protection prayer in the seeds. The birds was gonna eat the seeds and eat the negative energy. No, instead it rained intensely for 2 days. Wash, it'll wash. Thank you, moderators, for sharing my Cash App with the people. This is the part where you send your donation for the ritual we did today. Can y'all believe? My God, we got 48 more days of this. Tomorrow will be lighter because it's the self-love ritual. The next day will be lighter because it's the portal blessing. You know, it's 11/11. Don't play with me. You know I love the portals. You know I love the portals. But send your donations to my Cash App. Same time tomorrow between 1 and 3 o'clock p.m. CST. And I don't care if you don't have a donation. You know what I'm saying? If you absolutely don't have a donation, you still better bring your behind tomorrow. And don't ever approach me under the notion of, I don't feel like I deserve it. We will fade. I'm telling you, I will come see you in the realms and I'm going to slap your chin loose. Don't treat me like that, because I'm not treating you like that. What I'm saying is, if you have it to donate, do it, because I don't do nothing for free. But for those that can't afford it, it's not free. I'm providing the space for you, which means energetically, I'm making the payment for you. So don't do that. You do. I'm telling you. Somebody came in here, did it last time. She ain't talked to me since. I have to keep my distance. It hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. Like when I say it hurt my heart, it hurt my heart. Like it hurt my heart. I don't know where I can safely burn the paper. If you can't safely burn it, then destroy it the best you can. I'm talking about cut it up. I'm talking about cut it. Yeah, I'm gonna do the closing prayer. Don't trip. That paper way too big. You need to cut it. I live in Las Vegas and it never rains. If you go, okay, I want you to go on an adventure. I'm from Vegas. I want you to, you can write it in pen or pencil. It don't matter. I want you to go on an adventure because you live in Las Vegas. So if you have any kind of transportation, I want you to hold on to your paper until you can go to Red Rock Canyon. And then I want you to go bury it with the indigents. I want you to go bury it because it rains near Red Rock. You can't even see in front of your face. It rains out there. I want you to go bury it. Yes, you can. And that's so cool, you collected rainwater. I'm trying to come live where y'all be living at. Y'all be doing some cool stuff, man. Just had a minute coughing fit. It's okay, it's gonna come up. I purged spirits out of me like last week, and I'll tell you how I did it. And I'm not advising anybody in here to do it, because I promise you, you're gonna cough up a lung, okay? I did a red pepper cleanse, a cayenne pepper cleanse. I didn't drink it, I didn't bathe with it, I burned it on a coal. And I went ahead and took a couple deep breaths. And when I say I was coughing in the bathroom until I saw blood. And at first I was worried, because I was like, man, I shouldn't see blood, but blood is naturally occurring in the body anyway. You're gonna see it. If your nose runs, if you blow it too hard, you're gonna see blood. So I didn't get too worried, and I sat down for 30 minutes after that, and I never felt lighter. Like, I didn't, at first I didn't mean to do it, but it was happening anyway. I was just trying to clean the crib with cayenne pepper. That's all I was trying to do, but I walked back in while it was still smoky, took a big deep breath, and it was my turn. I mean, it makes sense, you know? You can't just purge the spirits from around you. You gotta purge the ones inside of you, out of you. Makes sense. Did y'all like my Boyd jar? Let's go, Kiana, let's go. Y'all like my Boyd jar? Yeah. I might teach y'all some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Do a class called the Who Do You Do. You know what I'm saying? And my custom cleansing tool. This was made by me also. Thank you for sending your donation. I received it. Thank you so much. Said we should do a retreat. We will do a retreat as soon as you get your land. Melly. we will do a retreat as soon as you grab that land. And I definitely want to invest in it. I definitely want to help with that. I wasn't going to tell you that. I was just going to get my money right like it was supposed to be and just send that blessing over. But I want to help you invest in that. Not because I want to use it, not because I want to utilize it, but because I believe in your goal to provide a safe space for women. I believe in that. I believe in that. I'm a man and women absolutely adore me. My audience is 95% women. But I can't provide a complete safe space for women because there's certain things women will never talk to a man about. So I love your goal. Kiana, yep, we about to have that retreat in Florida too. It's about to be a movie. Y'all don't even understand. Like we're not playing small no more. We gonna get about some action. I know how to love women. I know you know how to love women because you're a woman. That's why I want to invest in that. Because as deep as I can go, a woman will never feel 100% safe in my presence because reflectively speaking, I look like just my mustache alone and my beard alone, I look like who hurt her. But we ain't going to talk about that today. Said I am being ignored. By who? I'm not ignoring nobody. I just probably didn't see a comment. Calm down, beloved. After you cut it all up, put it in a plastic bag, wrap it a few times, throw it away. I mean, stuff it in the bottom of the trash can. Say, yo, I just listened to your sound 2 minutes later. A check hit. Y'all think that's what y'all get for thinking it's just affirmations. I do spells. Oh, you missed what we were doing today. Today was the generational curse breaking ritual for the 52 days of rituals. Today's day 4. You kind of missed it, beloved. You missed it. Come back tomorrow for the self-love ritual. Yep, it's an incantation. Said, as long as we breathe, we will always love our men. We are waiting to be loved back. Yes, and I understand that and I respect that. But I also understand that until you feel safe around your own gender, there's no way you're going to open yourself up to be around the opposite sex. And what I mean by that, let me explain, let me be clear. Because when there's trauma inside of you from the opposite sex, even if I provided the safest space for you, even if I had a whole room for y'all to come live in, I'm talking about 6,000 square feet, and I was behind bars, innately you would worry late at night whether I would get out the bars and do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's still trauma deep inside, but there are men here where you can feel safe. I want y'all to feel safe here. I just know that the beloved being in the comments right there is creating a safe space for women. Period. Like, period. And that's something that I love to see, because when a woman is in a safe space, she can cultivate her most powerful divine self. When the space is safe, she can heal things she never was able to open up about. Because molestation for a man and rape for a man is different than molestation for a woman and rape for a woman. The way it's explained, the way it's expressed, and the way it's expelled from the body is way different. Come on now. That's why I support that. Said, King, I need your help. Somebody's doing witchcraft to a friend. What should we do? Do a tracer spell. If you know who it is, don't throw no curse back. Pull up. If you know who's throwing the curse at your friends, like specifically, just go knock on their front door, put them on their pockets. The strongest curses in the world happen between my fist and their face. Because if I gotta put hands on you, how I lay hands don't matter. What's defined behind the fist is what's important. Yeah. Said, I rubbed olive oil on my son, who is becoming challenging. Made a sound in his sleep with his arm up. Your son out there traveling, that's why. We hit over 200,000 likes. Damn, y'all still clicking? I love y'all, man. Y'all support me in a real way, bruh. That's the real way. There goes her GoFundMe for that plot of land she getting for the safe space. Y'all better screenshot that. Get on that. Get on that. I'm not playing. Screenshot it right now. Everybody screenshot it with this goofy face. Grab it. You said that evil ass laugh. Oh, I have two sides. I'm drawn from both sides of the fence. I let my warrior out when bullies are in the building, and people who throw curses for nothing are bullies. She's above you. Comment one more time. Keep commenting for him. Keep commenting for him. Keep commenting for him. I want her to have that. You ever cared about somebody's dream so much? You wanted something for them, like bad? Like, I want that for her bad. No, I want that for her good. But I want that for her a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. Because I can't wait to see what she does. I had the opportunity to talk to her on the phone. And it just sparked that in me. I gotta see it through. I gotta see that happen. Okay? I got to. So how do you do a tracer spell for hexes? All you do is identify the hex. Do the contract work. I can only give you so much detail, okay? All you do is trace the contract of the spell. Which means whatever spell you believe is on your life, write that out and write who sent it with a question mark. Breathe on it, rub it a couple times, and then burn it and wait for the answer. It'll come. Either it'll come to you mentally, especially if you got somebody in your camp that's clairvoyant, they'll see it, or it'll come to you in a dream. The thing is, I need you to believe it when you see it, and then handle it there. Because if you see it in your dream, handle it there. Don't wake up and be mad. No, put her on her pockets. In your dream, because you're not having a dream, you're projecting into the reality where wow, so that's what the curse is, where the virus lives. So then put her in her pockets there. I'll share it to my Instagram for her, because I don't know if she has me on Instagram. I got it, I received it. What if we know who is doing the witchcraft already? Go old school on them. You know what I mean by old school? Pull up. Pull up. It's okay if she won't allow you to burn the paper. You okay, just cut it up into small pieces. If you can't cut it up, tear it up. And then throw it away at the bottom of the trash can. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you to throw no curses at nobody. I wouldn't advise it. Because every time you throw a curse, you get a little bit of it. And if you're not strong and they do some return to sender work is double. I do return to sender work. It's doubled when they go back to who it came from. So you don't want them problems. Go old school. Pull up on them. Put them on their pockets. I'm telling you. Knock on their front door. As soon as she open the door, snatch her wig off her head. Stomp on it 6 times and run. Pretend to be her friend. Knock on her door. Let her let you in for dinner. And when she pull everything out the oven, knock all that shit off the stove and then leave. Like, bruh, it don't matter. But just try your best not to send curses. Try your best not to send curses. I will come in your house and steal all the backs to your earrings. You know what I'm saying? Petty. You gonna lose them. Take all the shoestrings out your shoes. Yep, that's right. That's right. I'll totally do it. I'll take all of your son's left socks. Yeah, now you gotta go buy socks. How annoying is that? How annoying and you gonna keep having to buy them because you're not gonna know who's stealing socks. Who's stealing socks? Who steals socks? You know what I'm saying? Who steals socks? I will pour out your Kool-Aid in your refrigerator and put the same food coloring in it, fill it back up with water, and you gonna just have a cup of food coloring. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. If they really evil, I'll just come in your house and steal all your baby's Enfamil. You gonna feed your baby, but you gonna go broke doing it. Those are considered curses. Those are considered curses. Without you writing, I wish the worst for them. No, provide the worst for them. Just don't go to jail. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't say I advise you to go to jail. If you go to jail, that's your fault. I ain't never been caught. You know what I'm saying? Never. You know how many people put death curses on me? I think they pissed because I won't die. They're like, why won't he die? Because the majority of my life I wanted to die. Me and death are pretty tight. Death know I got something to do. Death don't even worry about it. Ain't nobody think about you. Ain't nobody think about you. I'm telling you, if the person said don't go to jail, we too cute for jail. The facts. If the person that's throwing curses at you smokes cigarettes, then throw the curse on the price of cigarettes. If you're gonna do curses, have fun with it. Don't try to hurt people. Hurt them where it really hurts. Because fear is something that a lot of people who throw curses don't possess. But worry is something they have. Death didn't want me either, bruh. Death didn't want me either. I fell over 80 feet off of a mountain. And I'm still here. Death hey, get up. Stand up. Stand up. And I really did. I stood up. Ooh. I was supposed to be out of here. Yeah, put a spell on the price of cigarettes or go see them with a bottle of water and wet their pack of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Higher purpose, the facts. Throw all their cigs in the water. I'm telling you, there's ways. There's ways without getting in trouble and without having anything, especially karmic, come back on you. Self-defense is a real thing. You just had your appendix taken out? Sheesh. I declare a speedy recovery for you. I don't like being under the knife at all. At all. I broke my ankle once and they had to reattach the tendon, I guess. That was enough for me. Enough. You understand? Enough. Enough. Yeah, I still got purpose. Now I want to live because I know I have a reason to. My first surgery ever. I know you were scared. I know you are scared, but you will be fine. I gotta go too. Wait, don't leave. We gotta dismiss properly. Let me say this protection prayer. Are y'all done sending y'all donations to my Cash App? If you're done, we're going to hurricane coming. Hey, tell the hurricane. Shh. Especially if you're a water spirit, you should be talking to the hurricane. You know what I'm saying? You should be in communication. But yeah, everybody close your eyes. Said wait, sending now. All right, I'll wait another 30 seconds. Or you can wait for the prayer to be done and then send it. It's up to you. What do you have to say to people that use you just because you're giving? Nothing, because there's no way for you to use me if I'm giving. Now, if you manipulate me out of something, and I don't know you're manipulating me out of it, that's using. But if I'm willing to give it, I'm allowing myself to be used, so complaints unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for me to be angry or pissed about it when I'm allowing it. But when it comes to this 52 days of ritual, that's my rule. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have any money to send a donation for the ritual on the day you come in for that ritual, whatever ritual it may be, it's fine. I still want you here. So there's no way for people to use me. You know what I'm saying? But if you have money and you don't want to send a donation because you think everything should be free, that's your ass. I promise you. You're going to find out real quick that things that you were dealing with can be doubled because you're being evil, spiteful, and greedy. You know what I'm saying? That's your ass. Like, it's cool. But other than that, no, nobody can use me. No. I have proper laws set up for that in my magic, in my anointing. But if I say it's donation based, because all these rituals for the 52 days are donation based, you can't really use me. I'm allowing you to use me in this moment in time because I'm trying to help set you free. So what if I send my son the code and he asks me what it is? Just tell him it's a blessing. Hell, he might write it on his arm. That's even better. You walking around them and you can't collect curses. What's the Cash App? Moderator, please, one more time in the comments. Just tell him it's a number that means blessing. Because this whole live and ritual was a blessing. They're going to put my Cash App in the comments one more time. We're going to dismiss. We about to dismiss. Everybody close your eyes. Now my nose is starting to run. Boy, tonight's spiritual travel is going to be crazy. I hope no entities want to fade. Because I'm willing. Oh, I'm willing and I'm able. You know what I'm saying? Said I'm glitching. Yeah, I bet. Because this energy was potent today. I feel like a ghost. Can I take someone's paper and go to Red Rock? Yeah. You can do it for them. If you promise to do it right. Don't mess with other people's blessings now. But y'all ready? Everybody close your eyes. One big deep breath. I'm going to say the prayer. Protection, protection. I declare protection against all entities who are against my perfection. Any hiding within, you are now ejected. Any energy in the wrong, you are now corrected. Protection, protection. I declare protection. I call upon the powers of my heavenly sections. I declare myself cloaked to be unseen by the unseen. I declare myself safe from the unclean. I declare a shield around me that can't be penetrated by anything. Protection, protection. I declare protection. Anything that tries to penetrate it gets instant rejection. I declare it reflected back to its source, a quadruple dose of its infection. Protection, protection. I declare protection. And it is so because of my I am presence. Ashe, Amen, Amun, Amin, so mote it be. In the name of Jesus. You're all welcome here if you didn't know. I don't have a bit of judgment for no walk of life. You're all welcome here. I love you all. 360. I love you. 360. Tomorrow's the self-love ritual. We're going to have a bit of fun tomorrow. We're going to have a bit of fun tomorrow. We're going to boost our self-confidence. We're going to boost our authority. The code, I almost forgot the damn code. Hold on now. The code is 6678 with an infinity sign, 8766. That's 6678, infinity sign, 8766. I love y'all so much. And I can't wait to see y'all win, bruh. That's all I want. That's why I do deeper work. I do deeper work. If you have anything you wanted to say about this session or this ritual for today, my phone number is on my website. Just text that number, okay? I'm going to sit on my patio and look over the text messages. I'm gonna sit on my patio, because you can't message me on TikTok because I turned it off because people were spamming me, and messaging me on Instagram is like trying to throw me to football when I live 2 states away. I'm probably never gonna check it. It depends. It just all depends on my mood. But my phone, I check that. It's a real second phone, okay? I love y'all 360. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. Don't forget to take your showers and your baths tonight. If you want to add salt to it, add salt to it. Just make sure you rinse yourself, cleanse yourself, and go to bed with a smile on your face. Whatever it takes, go to bed with a smile on your face. Watch a comedy. Make love to your partner. Do what you got to do. My website is godkingsoon.net. It's in my bio. I work after work. Laugh at somebody at work. If you really look at people, it be some funny stuff going on. Laugh and introduce joy into your space tonight. Because I'm a laugh. Except for to watch Rush Hour. Not me, you. Yes, me. I am me. Shut up. That's my favorite part of Rush Hour. Who? Me. You. Everybody's ass around here. That's my... Oh, and now I want to watch Rush Hour. I want to do some content to just that part. Because that's what it was like when I met Archangel Michael. I was like, who are you? He was like, I am you. No, not me. You. He was like, no, not me. You. Yes, make the children take a bath. If it's warm where you are still, you can wait until tomorrow and then soak them with the water hose. Let it be fun. But I love y'all 360. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. Hit me if you need me. Peace.